are Thunderbolts! I just had to get that out. I'm fucking hyped. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mancave101 Podcast, where we talk about all things nerdy. I am your hostess with the mostest, your number one bullshit guy. Alongside of me tonight, the man in the chair, Aaron. What it do?
You could just call me Bob tonight. I'm just Bob.
Bob is with us. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Big Chase. How we doing?
No matter what you think of yourself, you're always brighter on the inside.
That's what she said.
Very true.
They call him K-Lo-K. Mama Wanna Godfather? Did we change that? I haven't been here in a while.
Hi, people.
Hi, people. Wow, a very somber hi, people.
Sounds like Leo needs a drink.
Yeah.
Well, happy Thursday, everyone. As Justin Timberlake once said, it's gonna be May. Happy to be here on a nice Thursday, gentlemen. Cheers. Hope everyone is having a happy Thursday. Happy Thunderbolts weekend. I hope you guys are going to see a nice comic book movie. We're definitely going to talk about it. I believe we have all seen it here. We literally a couple of us just got back. That's why we're running a little late today. But at some point during the show, obviously, we're gonna get to the comic corner right now, and then we're gonna talk some news. We're gonna do a non-spoilery review, kind of in the middle of that. Get to some more news, and then we're gonna hit the spoilers. All right. So if you guys, haven't seen it yet, don't worry. You can still hang out for a little while, and we'll let you guys know when we're gonna start talking spoilers. So, with that being said, let's get into everyone's favorite segment, the Comic Corner, where we get to see Leo pay for his sins. And remember, the poll is up. Vote in the poll. Hit that like button down below. Help us out with the algorithms, and let's watch Leo drink. Take it away, buddy.
Hi, everybody. So this is, if you're new to the channel, this is the Comic Corner. This is where we tell you what books you should pick up for this week. And it's also where I pay for my sins, because I am horrible with names. So I've always been horrible with names. If you're new here, if you're old here, you already know how this goes. Hotheads get priority in the chat. Join the Hothead group if you want priority in the chat. But for this segment only, you guys I get to drink every time I get a name, an artist name, a writer name, or a cover artist name wrong. So
come on, Lucky 12.
Take your votes in the poll. I vote with me. If you want, don't let me drink alone though. If you guys want to set up shots, we have a steady about 8 shots, so at least have 9 shots.
Let's see those Leo drinks in the chat, peeps.
We ain't even done with the Comic Corner yet.
We haven't even started the Comic Corner yet.
All right. So
what they got to do with anything?
All right. So first book on the chopping block is The Chamberlains. So this is a new comic book. This is an indie book that I've really actually been hearing a lot of good things about. This is from Keenspot. So this book has 7 variant covers. So this book is a group of gang members recently transformed into vampires must adapt into their newfound powers and fight a survival against the rival gangs. So in Bloodworld cities, hidden metropolis, and teaming up with supernatural beings. So this is like a indie horror book that's coming out. That is out already. All right. So the writer is which one did I? Wait, what? Oh, so the writer is Ruben Romero. The artist is Sergio Negrito. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Just get it.
Yeah.
Just get it.
We should take that stuff in the face.
Jesus. All right. So the artist. Wait. So the cover. Wait. Did I say who did I miss?
You missed the cover artist.
You missed the cover artist.
Oh, Rob Pryor.
Fantastic.
All right, next book on the chopping block is Godzilla versus the Amazing Spider-Man. So this book has 11 variant covers. This also has the first appearance of the god Venom in this. So the writer is only Joe Kelly. Yeah, and I have it on here.
Artist? He's the artist too?
He's only the writer.
There's no artist?
Yeah, I didn't find it when I did this.
Oh, okay. I was curious.
It probably is now.
If I go find this information out right now.
Wait. Go back to that.
What?
Did you spell writer wrong?
You did.
What the fuck?
By the way, shout out to Polar.
Fucking Polar.
By the way, the cover artist is Nick Bradshaw.
Oh, you're drinking for that.
No, not. Dude, I have evidence. Dude, there's nothing there.
Right, dude, did you Google it to see?
Dude, I do this on a Tuesday night. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. I'm not going back to it.
Hold on, bro. Let's be real. You are doing a comic corner.
Yeah,
it's gotta be an artist.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh no, I went to look at the recipe, but it didn't have a chef. Like,
exactly.
So there's got to be an artist, bro.
Yeah, they can go look. I'm not looking. The time I do it, if there's an artist, it gets put up there. If it doesn't, hey, sorry, been busy this week. So the next book on the chopping block is King Juggernaut #1. The variant, there's one variant cover for this. This has the origin of the King Juggernaut. It is a collection of Marvel Voices Infinity Digital Comics 1 through 6. So you can find this in digital already. So that's definitely a plus. Oh, jeez. Okay. So the cover artist is Wu Chu Lee. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
The artist is Peter Migugne.
Nope, just drink.
Fuck me.
Just drink.
The writer is Emily Kim.
I missed it.
All right, next book on the chopping block is a front-to-back cover. This is the 1 in 500 variant of Planet Death. This is another indie book. This is called This is made by Bad Ideas, or published by Bad Ideas. So this book, this is the 1 in 500. So there are 6 different variant covers for this book, but this is the wraparound cover. So I thought you guys might like it. So the cover artist is Joe Quesada. The artist is Thomas. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck that up.
Giorello.
Yeah,
how about Tomas and not Thomas?
Oh,
yeah.
I
was so convinced you were gonna say Joe Quesadilla. I was so convinced.
Quesada, quesadilla, enchilada. You know,
it all sounds the same to me.
It is what it is. You know?
The writer is Robert Venditti.
Yeah,
Venditti?
Yeah, so
Venditti?
I need another drink.
Venditti.
And this is 0. This is the cover is 0 of this book.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah, this is fucking actually really dope. I'm interested in reading it. Next book on the chopping block is The Power Company from Bad Ideas. If you guys haven't been getting up on these books, this is actually a very, 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 very good story on this book from DC. This is the premiere issue of them coming back. So issue 1, issue 0. So there's 3 variant covers on this. Excuse me. The cover artist is Edwin Gelman. The writer is Brian Hill. The artist, I spelled artist wrong too.
Artists.
Yeah, who the fuck is fucking with the comic one?
Yeah, I wonder. It's the ghost.
Yeah.
That damn ghost.
Althea Martinez.
Nah, you can drink now.
What?
Alitha.
Alita.
Oh, or Aletha. Yeah, either way.
How about Alita?
You missed the whole letter.
Missed the whole. He's gonna make up his own name.
Yeah, I'm there already.
Aretha Franklin.
Next book on the chopping block is Weapon X-Men #3. This book has 1 variant cover. This also has the first appearance of Weapon Exile. So we have another Wolverine fucking enemy. The writer is Joe Casey. The artist and the cover artist is Chris Cross. Make you jump.
Jump.
And that does it for the Comic Corner, ladies and gents. This is what we always do. like we always say, support your local comic book shops. Your addiction is comic books, and what, five around?
6?
That's at least a solid 6. I think we hit 6.
5, 6? I don't know.
I'm claiming a mulligan. 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whoever give me 5.
We got the 0% for 5, yet we have the 75% for more than 5. Technically, even with your mulligan, I don't know. Yeah, it was 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, quick reminder: May 4th, Saturday, is Free Comic Book Day. So
damn it,
go to your local comic shop, get those free books.
Yes, it is Free Comic Book Day. Do not take my first appearances.
May 4th.
May 4th.
May 4th.
May the 4th
Sunday?
be with you.
May the 4th be with you. It's Sunday.
That's Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday? May 4th, man. Cinco de Drinko is
Cinco de Drinko.
Friday as Monday.
Yeah.
Now I have to go to the goddamn comic book shop.
Read up, then drink up. That's what we're talking about.
You act like you're upset.
I'm not. Oh man.
Also, though, before we get to the news, first of all, we're gonna have to take a drink. Second of all, I'm sure Aaron has a fun sound for us to play. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, coming to us live from the interwebs, it's Torian Rain Reloaded.
Yo.
I heard I was gonna say something else, but then you brought up May the 4th. If May the 4th is not about me, then what is it really about? I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here. Okay. I predate all these extracurricular days, including May the 4th be with you. So what's going on, y'all?
Maybe they got a Torian Reigns comic book coming out, graphic novel.
Nice.
What's going on?
How y'all doing?
Oh yes, I'm so sorry. I forgot about you, you peoples in the comments. My bad. Torian, I'm going to sleeper of the year. I'll put it up there. There you go, sleeper of the year. We're gonna talk about it. Let's see here. Jose said, "Bruh." I don't know what bruh meant, but sure.
Bruh.
What up, Jose? Bruh.
Jose.
Let's see here, brother man. What up, everyone? Salam. What up?
I think those were from the other day.
Are they from the other day? Damn.
I know that first comment you were the one I had. That was
that's from the other day. Fantastic. Okay, great. Knicks Piston game is great, going strong. Halftime, Malik Beasley 3-pointer with 2 seconds left, put them up by 2, 61-59. If you are a Pistons fan, brother man, we beefing because I'm a Knicks fan, so that's not a thing.
Yeah, the next game's tomorrow, right?
Playing tonight.
No, that's a trick question. There's no other game. The Knicks close out today.
Oh,
that's right. Oh, that's right. They're playing now, aren't they?
Yes, they're playing now, and I'm not watching.
When
I don't watch, they win.
You picking out every lucky trick that he has in the book.
Yeah, Aaron, don't feel bad. I feel the same way about Golden State, bro. They only win when I'm not watching.
They win when I don't pay attention. I swear.
If I watch them, they had a game like they had last night.
100%. How do you like the Thunderbolts popcorn buckets? I got all 3, including the collectibles. Pretty good.
Oh damn!
Yeah, here you go. I got this one.
He just gave AMC all the money.
Yep.
I mean, like, it's pretty cool.
Yo, the limo looked really cool though. I gotta say.
Yeah, I like it. It was good. The limo looked cool. I did like that. Let's see here. Thunderbolts. I meant typo. Yeah, I got you. Torian did win, to answer your question, brother man. I don't think Rachel even commented because she's a slacker. It's fine. Slacker. If you guys see a frying pan, I'm flying that way. Tell my story, okay?
God, maybe she's a number 3 groupie now. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy.
Possible. NBA and NHL players have been really good this year, in my opinion. Go ahead.
And speaking of NHL playoffs, the Caps have moved on to round 2. Because with me living locally and everything like that, and where I work at, they play at. So they on their way to helping me as an employee get another ring. So when they win, I win. And I didn't have to do anything. Okay. I didn't have to. So it is what it is. So I'm pulling for them to go all the way. And someone brought this to my attention. One of my fans. They said when the Caps won their first Stanley Cup, the Eagles won that year. The Eagles won the Super Bowl this year. If that's a sign, then maybe they'll win this year. They're doing this little back and forth thing.
Why you gotta bring that green diarrhea around here?
I only got a couple things to say here. Luka cried. LeBron walked off the court. Shannon Sharp wrong. Wolves in 5.
Wolves in 5 is great. I was about to say, you got me. I was about to hit you with the Lakers got packed up in 5.
Yeah, bro.
Woof.
Yeah. I'm
It's
waiting
rough.
for LeBron. LeBron's probably packing right now.
I don't know.
I need him off the fucking Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan. I want him off the fucking Lakers.
I think he's got one more year.
Well, after Lakers, he's not. I think he's retiring. I think it's like
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, maybe he played with his son. That's what he wanted. So at the end of the day, he might be done.
The only other thing he can do is play with Steph. What else is he gonna do?
Well, we don't want him. So
Yeah, you might get him though.
we don't want him. We don't.
No one wants him.
Listen,
He's got to give it up.
Steve Kerr does not want that headache.
Mm-hmm.
And in his formula, number one, they've got a good formula right now. They just gotta get the young legs, straight. Listen, don't get me wrong. Like LeBron is a great player, but he's one of those great players that sucks all the air out of the room when he's on your team. And unfortunately, it's not working for the Lakers. It kind of makes the one that they did get like, okay,
Yeah,
it's in the bubble.
Very true.
Whatever
Very true. I'm shocked the Rockets made it this far in the game. I want Luka to be in Dallas. I think LeBron knew something because there's no way. I want Luka to be. Luka's not going back to Dallas after how they traded him. Yeah, that's not happening. He's not going back. If anything,
Nico needs to stop talking.
If anything, he's going to be, that has to happen too. He's going to end up being the face of the Lakers moving forward, if anything, and they'll surround him with talent at some point when they can figure out the financials of it. Because if LeBron leaves and vacates, like, I don't know how many millions he's getting paid a year. I think it's got to be 50+ million a year at this point on his contract, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting what the Lakers do from here, though, because, I mean, they do have Luka, and that's a pivotal piece. So pretty much, I think you just surround Luka with other things that help him, like –
I don't think Luka.
Give me young legs. That's all I want.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think. Listen,
have no draft picks though. They traded all the draft picks for Luka.
Luka's great. Luka's a good player, but I don't think Luka wants to lead a team, and I think that's a lot of pressure, especially in LA.
That trade just needs to be studied all day.
All day. Houston and Detroit did pretty good this year, I must say. Houston,
they did.
Detroit did pretty good.
Yeah. Houston's not to be played with. They jumped on he jumped on my team last night. I want to fight him. I can't hold it.
World's Finest and Detective Comics just has some new ones come out. How you feel about those, Leo? You see those World's Finest and Detective Comics?
Yeah, I saw the World's Finest and New Detective Comics where somebody getting shacked in. I think Batman broke his no kill rule.
Batman killed? Crazy. Chamberlain's needs to come to the big screen or anime or series, something for real. I have no idea about Chamberlain's.
It's crazy because I feel like they kind of did, but under another name. It was another. You said there was a show similar to this on Netflix about a vampire family legacy, and it just kind of is kind of reminiscent of that of the Chamberlains and whatnot.
Bro spelled right or wrong is hilarious. So who's gonna glaze first about Thunderbolts? Yeah, I'm gonna give you what you want.
Oh yeah,
it's the greatest movie of all time. There you go. Fuck out of my face. God damn it.
Derpy. In all seriousness, though, we're probably gonna glaze a little bit. I ain't gonna go front, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it soon.
We're gonna give you some shit because I definitely got a lot to say.
Oh yeah.
Godzilla versus X-Men or Godzilla versus Spider-Man? Which do you prefer?
Godzilla versus King Kong. I don't even understand.
Bro. Godzilla versus Sentry at this point. Oh man. Let's see here. Isn't Power Company Kurt Busiek? I don't know if you missed the name. Would you miss a name on there? I have no idea.
Power Company?
I have no idea.
I'll tell you 2 seconds.
No problem. I'll let you get that. Kevin Davis, welcome on in. Thunderbolts, good reviews, no negative headlines, going to help the box office a lot. And Sentry portrayed good. Stick around, we're gonna get into it.
I promise you. We stick around because we're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about some shit today.
Shannon did say Lakers in 5, but not a win. Actually became a loss. I mean, that's how it goes, bro. Lakers in 5. Lakers got packed up in 5. That's how it goes. I mean,
at this point, we're not relying on Shannon to make any good decisions. So,
C Black with the $2 dono. Really enjoyed Thunderbolts. Surprised me. C Black, we appreciate
Black, thanks,
you.
Man. Yeah.
Thank you for the $2. Thunderbolts. was indeed a surprise.
Yeah.
Stick around. We're going to get into all of it. I promise you. We're going to start off with some news. We're going to do a spoiler-free, more news, and then we're going to do spoilers because I know a lot of you haven't seen it, so it gives you a chance to click off and come back. There'll be some videos out for it, too, so keep an eye out when you want to circle back around for that stuff.
Yeah.
That's all the comments we got.
Oh, shit.
Word to Big Bird. Let's hit the news.
Yeah, that.
I need some.
I have a feeling my puppy is up to no good, so I'm going to be right back in 2 seconds.
That's a controller getting eaten.
But his spider senses were tingling.
Yeah, bro.
That's what it was. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Listen, there's nothing like the sound of a Funko Pop.
Leo, you should just take a drink before you start.
Yeah,
the news.
Yeah, there's nothing like the sound of a Funko Pop getting crunched, bro.
All right, let's see. Fuck it. Some world news. China just activated the world's first 10G broadband network, leaving the rest of the world
in the dust. They were in the dust.
China being more technologically advanced than us? No way.
Well, listen, I don't even think it's that so much that they're just advanced. Like they don't seem to be afraid to do certain shit we will not do here. Mm-hmm. And I want to say it's probably because they have a little bit more control over it when things release compared to here. A lot of stuff is held back because, you know, with big corporations need to make their money and their special interests. And over there, it's like, nah, we're going to do this shit, bro. 10G is crazy. They just skipped all the way over 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, no, we just the 10. Yo, they said you can download a 4K movie in entirety in seconds.
Seconds.
I need that in my life.
That's it's like you'll be going to China.
For a full 2-hour 4K movie can download in seconds.
I can't get my 1G internet to fucking not throttle on a daily basis.
Bro.
It's fantastic.
Basically, that movie will have downloaded before you clicked the button that says download.
You look at the shit, it's already downloaded in your box. The hell?
Right. Listen, I just put fiber in the house and I'm very happy. So one thing at a time for this guy.
Shit.
Hey, bro.
All right.
Go to the next level.
More real world news. AI generated films can now be officially win an Oscar in the Academy.
Dude, it's only a matter of time, man. It's really only a matter of time until someone just goes into chat GPT and puts a whole script in there and out pops a movie.
Oh, they're working on already, man.
Have any of you used Chat GPT?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So did you see everyone making those figures and stuff that people were doing? I don't know if you saw that. We
the little action figure things.
Yeah. It's pretty wild that what it was popping out.
All right. Me and Kevin Feige were talking about this, and somebody scooped us. So Mr. Sinister is rumored to be the villain in the current X-Men reboot.
Dude, as long as they do something different that they didn't do with the Fox movies, I'm in for it. Like, even if it's something that we've seen before, I'll even though we saw him in X-Men 97 and all that, like, give me something that the freaking Fox didn't do that we haven't already seen.
I think that's oh god.
Now it's funny he mentioned him in X-Men 97 because all I can remember was how they made him look super old at the end. He was like, oh
yeah. But listen, I'm in for something new. We need freshness.
I was gonna say, I think my concern with that, honestly, is Mr. Sinister is dope, but I feel like seeing him in X-Men 97 almost kind of hurts it because it's like you saw him done pretty well for the most part, and it's like, how does it translate to the big screen from that? So, like, I would have liked to see. I don't know. You could have done. There's so many good X-Men villains. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't rattle off a whole bunch of names, but this is a ton of good X-Men villains. So I'm like, you could have went a different direction. Although I'm assuming X-Men 97 might also go the route of they already like introduced you to people here and there. Mm-hmm. So it's like they just might rip off a bunch of villains there too. So it honestly, they're just gonna cross at some point. So.
How about Sabretooth in the real fucking suit?
Yeah, like that. I mean, what's I'm sorry.
Honestly, Omega Red.
Who did we? I was gonna say we saw Omega Red in '97 towards the end.
We saw him briefly though. Like if we actually got some backstory with it, like you know what I mean. Like
we got him original.
Actually did some shit in Madripoor that like involved mutants. That'd be cool, or whatever it's called. Like I don't know. There's something there.
Yeah, I hear you.
Thunderbolts will be the final film of Marvel's Phase 5.
That's weird. Like,
so does
I lost track of the phases, so
that means
I think Marvel lost track of the phases.
That means Fantastic Four kicks off Phase 6. That's what that means technically.
That's what it would have to mean.
Yeah. Well, when we talk later about that, we'll.
So.
Okay.
Avengers Doomsday will reportedly feature 3 Hulks.
Yo, is there anybody
one of them still won't be She-Hulk?
Actually, it is.
It will be.
I know it
literally
will be. It literally will be She-Hulk, Red Hulk,
My green baby.
Well, Scar's here too, but he might be at Supercuts that day fixing his jacket.
That dude's haircut.
And then they just start filming. Then they just start production. Like
literally
filming.
This week, I think it was this Monday, right, or some shit like that. They
I think so.
The Russo brothers posted a Victor Von Doom chair and announced it. Which, by the way, if you look at the background of that picture, it kind of looks like they were in the X Mansion.
Oh,
stop. That wall looks very X Mansion-y. I don't know.
What are we cooking up here?
Yeah.
All right, Sinners is losing its IMAX screens to Thunderbolts this weekend.
I mean, that's
don't panic. That's normal.
Yeah.
However,
movie's killing it.
However, though, they just announced that in 2 weeks, from May 15th through the 21st, they're going to release it in 70mm IMAX in 9 theaters around the country.
Freaking movie, man.
So and in case people out there don't know, them 70mm IMAX, that's the real IMAX, the one that looks like half a dome. It's like it's huge. Yeah. Like you have to go to someplace. It's like someplace you got to go to a museum to actually go and watch movies like that.
Is there only one here on Long Island? I feel like isn't the where is it? The airplane exhibit in not Garden City,
Nassau.
There West
Nassau. It's
in Nassau, right next to the one of those theaters in there? I think I could have sworn there was.
Yeah, I thought there was.
Or like the Space Center. Maybe I'm thinking of the Space Center.
I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so China opens the world's first AI hospital with 14 AI doctors.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm not fucking with you.
Nope. Nope. You can just kill me now.
They're gonna operate on your heart and add a hand because they're so bad at hands.
That's fine.
Wow.
I'm not doing that. I watched a movie once where this guy encountered a UFO and they came and he like got hurt and they came and got him and took him and did surgery and they gave him like bionic legs. He looked like iRobot on the bottom and human on the top. Not fucking with you.
You know what I really want to know? So like when we go to the doctor, our insurance pays the doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
I want to know if there's a discount for going to an AI doctor. Does the AI doctor cost half price?
No,
like I gotta know what I'm dealing with.
More.
Does insurance cover it? Like what are we talking about here? Is it more?
They're gonna charge your ass more.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Okay, so Michael B. Jordan and Taylor Russell to star in the new Thomas Crown Affair in theaters March 5th, 2027.
They're remaking that movie. That was with Pierce Brosnan back in the day, right? Or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Michael B. Jordan is everywhere right
now. Listen. So I was
can't get rid of this dude.
And you're not going to.
And you shouldn't.
Nope. Yo, I'm not saying you should. He's great.
I was listening to something and they were saying how Michael B. Jordan doesn't touch people.
Oh yeah, he doesn't let people.
Doesn't touch people. He doesn't let touch people touch him.
Yeah,
I was like, good job.
Yeah, on camera.
Good job.
Anywhere that he's doing a screening, he doesn't like to be touched.
No. Yep. You won't catch him with any pictures.
Leo,
you know, I was gonna say about Michael B. Jordan really quick. This is not me. I like Michael B. Jordan. I have no issues here. Him and Haley.
I knew you were going right to
something.
Hey, hey,
I'm not ruffling feathers.
Mind your business.
I'm not ruffling feathers.
She goes out with one of those Buffalo guys.
She's dating Josh Allen.
She's dating the Buffalo guy, not just one of the Buffalo guys.
Listen, all I'm saying is,
fuck him.
If Josh Allen comes out and has an MVP season, I don't want to hear a word about it because we all know why. Did you see these two on fucking Hot Ones? These two look like they've been dating for fucking ever. What are we talking about here?
His breakup album's gonna be nuts.
Leave him alone.
I'm
listen, I'm
calling it like I season.
Someone posted a video of the interviews with her and Michael B. Jordan, and then her and the guy from Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Shamik Moore.
It's the funniest thing I've ever
seen. Shamik punching air right now because that's all he wanted the relationship with her. That's all he's somewhere punching air about it right now as we speak. He's gonna delay Spider-Verse another 2 years.
When you guys watch Sinners and you see that line that she told Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, I saw it. I saw the line.
Oh, about the coups? About the coups?
I heard.
Yeah. Like,
all I know I saw a clip of her in vampire form, and my first thought was, I can fix her. It's fine. It's gonna be okay. I can fix her. It's gonna be fine.
I can pry those fangs out.
I'll fix it.
Oh, Leo, do you have any more? Leo, do you have any more Sinners news?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, so shout out to Sinners because its second weekend, it only had a 6% drop.
6%, man, that's ridiculous.
6%. Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. Yeah, like it only had a 6% drop, and it made almost about the same amount of money in its second weekend that it did its first weekend. Yeah. I think it only dropped about like maybe $4 million. And then on top of that, they also said that this past weekend's box office, for the first time in probably like 2 years, did 4 of the top 4 movies in the box office make over $20 million. Those movies was Sinners, the 20-year anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, which actually came in number 2. The Accountant 2, The Accountant 2, and Minecraft. All 4 of those movies made over $20 million in one weekend, which was the first time that has happened in 2 years.
Wow.
Nice. Okay.
Movies coming back. See, when you put out good shit, people go watch it.
Oh yeah, if you put out some nice shit, bro, people gonna show up. Like,
we getting a new Miami Vice movie is officially in the works.
Yo, yes, I fucking hated the Jamie Foxx and I walked out of that movie. That movie was hot garbage.
Nah, bro.
Stop it.
Nah.
Hey, did you watch the show?
No, of course not. I'm not.
And that's why you didn't like it.
we got a couple of comments here to catch up on. If we get Sinister, will we also get Emma Frost? Can it be like the Emma Frost from Marvel Rivals?
It's gonna be.
Honestly, I'll take the Emma Frost from the X-Men First Class too. She was delightful.
I have a perfect casting for Emma Frost. The chick from Jurassic World.
Bryce Dallas Howard?
Sure. Yeah, her.
The redhead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hire, put a blonde wig on her. Put a blonde wig on her. Emma Frost.
Leo was like,
Yo, C.D. Sweeney. She can play.
He's not Emma Frost.
Nah, she's not Emma Frost.
She's little.
She doesn't have the serious tone for it. I feel
they
like
skipped her perfect casting. She's Black Cat. That's who she should have been from the fucking jump. That's who she should have been. Yeah. How Rogue treated Gambit in X-Men 97 still pissed me off. Why?
Bro, that was some diabolical shit.
Oh, Magneto.
Magneto had a song.
Oh, Magneto.
Oh, Magneto.
How about old man Magneto?
Yeah, I mean,
goddamn right.
I mean, listen, old man strength. You know what I'm saying? Like Gambit knew better. He didn't want any of that smoke.
He had to
Bill Belichicked her.
That's crazy. Speaking of Sinners, I pre-ordered the DVD already. I still have to see this fucking movie. I just haven't gotten a chance.
You still haven't seen it. What is wrong?
I didn't have time to go see it. But
is no one questioning if DVDs are still available for purchase?
Yeah.
Did you get it on? Did you get it on Blu-ray, Kelly, or just out of curiosity? Or?
Yeah, you can get
VHS.
I'm just curious because I have like a ton of DVDs and no DVD player. I I refuse to throw them out. Like they're from my past. I can't throw them out.
You know why I don't want to throw anything out anymore? Because everything from the olden days came back around and started becoming valuable. So now I don't want to throw out anything because one day DVDs will do what VHS tapes did. Oh, you got a sealed copy of so and so? It's worth $5,000. Yeah, like okay, cool. I still got it. It's in a box somewhere. Let me go find it. I threw out so many gaming consoles. I'm so pissed at myself. And WWE action figures from when I was a kid.
I'm so
threw out so many. And Pokemon
I had the
cards.
rings and
and
I was gonna ask you, did you see how your Pokemon
and
cards?
Pokemon cards? Yeah, I threw out all that shit.
Bro, I had a first edition Charizard. I know I did. And
I did too. I had one too. Yes, I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
You guys should have been millionaires right now. See what I'm saying?
Literally.
100%. Yeah, I know.
I could have been 100,000 error. I don't even care. I would have took that. Like, fuck.
Real. So real.
What else you gotta do?
Andrew Garfield was on the set of Daredevil season 2 or 3 shooting productions. FYI, I have to look this up. That can't be true.
Was that true? I mean, listen.
That can't be true.
But you know what though? Here's the thing though. Marvel could be calling in people just for sets and things to make things look, one way or the other. Daredevil for a Spider-Man thing, even if Spider-Man's not in it, they could be using it for something else. You never know. That's very interesting.
They already wasn't. Daredevil was in No Way Home.
He was in No Way Home.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, like they've done that interaction already. They've teased it, But now it's the whole Sony won't let Spider-Man be in a show. Okay, cool. No, I don't know. Don't mess with China. They suspect, so be careful for real. Not messing with them. Not doing that. Let's see here. China also has recently had a freight ship accident as well over there, so who knows what's going on. I didn't hear about that either.
So I wonder about this thing that I keep hearing that they keep sending empty freighters here.
Great. That sounds awesome. I remember Miami Vice and those high water pants. Jesus. High water pants.
But for those that don't know, listen, Miami Vice was a different era. A lot of big names got their start on Miami Vice. You will see some of the top people in the game at almost brand new and young on Miami Vice. It was literally like, if you go on Miami Vice, you're going to be a star, because it's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, and man had a Ferrari.
I forgot about that. In Spider-Man 3, she was freaking Gwen Stacy.
Bryce Dallas Howard was already Gwen Stacy.
I'm pretty sure it was Spider-Man 3.
It was.
It was, right? Yeah.
Regular DVD. They also sell Blu-ray collector's edition in 4K. I haven't bought a freaking movie. The last movie I literally bought was Far No Way Home. No Way Home. The last movie I bought was No Way Home.
I think I brought one of the Avengers movies,
because that was before the whole Spider-Man movies are allowed on Disney Plus thing. Let's see here. Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas.
Miami Vice.
Got it. I never watched that.
Should we do some non-spoiler stuff?
Yeah,
I'm down. All right. So as Abel alluded to, we're gonna do some spoiler-free reaction to Thunderbolts for you guys. So obviously feel free to hang out. So we cannot talk any spoilers as much as we want to, boys.
Which means this is going to be a very brief discussion.
I mean, not necessarily. Listen, so I know above it was stated how much glazing are we gonna do. Here's all I'll say as far as non-spoilery stuff. I went into this movie with little to no expectations. Basically, I was like, I just want to go in, have a good time. This movie, from start to finish, I was never out of the movie. I actually like held in a bathroom break to stay in my seat to watch it, because I was that into it. And I've gotten up for some Marvel movies before, just been like, kind of over it, go to the bathroom, whatever, come back. But I actually stayed the whole time because I was like, yo, this movie, I was locked in the entire time. There were some things here, if I'm nitpicky, there were some things here and there that bothered me a little, I think. But like, the more I think about it, they weren't that bad. Like, this is a good movie. It's a good Marvel movie at the end of the day. It's really, I had a great time. So like, I'll leave it at that. At the end, we'll give we'll do like a 1 through 10. This way people get that like gist of it, how we feel about it.
I was so pleasantly surprised at the chemistry of all them together, whether it was 3 of them on, 2 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. Like, I just feel like they all really bounced off each other well and interacted with everyone. Red Guardian is such a freaking just like one of the high points for me, and Yelena, they had some really good moments, I thought. I I was very pleasantly surprised by this movie, and I really think it has to do with the expectations going in with this movie. I feel like a lot of people are going to have low expectations going into it and be very pleasantly surprised and really feel more excited about it coming out the other end. That's really how I felt about the movie.
All right, so I said way back when, you can go back to previous episodes, that this movie was probably going to be a sleeper and whatnot, because there wasn't a lot about it. But whenever you put misfits together on a team, it's a great space for story, because you start with no expectations. Nobody seems to have any potential. They get together. Everybody's a reluctant anti-hero. Nobody wants to do this job, but then they're forced into the job, and this is where they start to shine and whatnot. So, and I won't go into some, but that being said, there are some things that I did not get from this movie, but we'll talk about that stuff later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I liked Sentry, by the way. I was totally in for what he was doing.
You know what, without getting spoilery, what just came to my mind? Like how they handled Sentry is how you could have handled Adam Warlock. You could have done it very similarly, but instead you decided to make them a big goofball. Bob was a goofball, and then all of a sudden it was, oh shit, wait a minute. But we never got that turn with Adam Warlock. And it felt like that because we already had
because of James Gunn. Because
no.
Because of James Gunn.
No. I'm not going to blame James Gunn. You know who I blame? The High Evolutionary, because we had a bad in that movie.
Yeah.
You couldn't make Adam Warlock who he's supposed to be because you already had the High Evolutionary there as the big bad. You can't have two big bads. And
but Adam Warlock
band
really
of misfits
isn't
fighting
a big bad, though.
No, he's an anti-hero, but you made him look like a fucking gigantic child, and he didn't need to be that. Bob looked like a gigantic child the first half hour of the movie. Did he not? Or an hour in the movie? Maybe?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden,
he did it in a way,
and you were like, oh, shit.
He did it in a way better way than they did Adam Warlock, I'll tell you
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is accurate, though. Aaron was the only hater before the movie, I might point out. I'm going to get into that with spoilers.
Leo, what'd you think?
Yeah, Leo, what did you think?
Hold on 1 second. Oh, my check hasn't cleared. I have no opinion yet. I'll wait the spoilers.
You want spoilers?
You're just going to wait till spoilers?
Yeah. Because what I got to say is going to be fire.
Okay. All right. Wait. So, Torian, did you say anything?
Yeah,
spoiler free?
I would say that this is probably one of the most emotional MCU movies to date.
Very heavy.
This is what how, and I think this is what a lot of fans been wanting, a balancing act where you can have the drama, you can have the comedy, you can have the action, and they had all of that in there, and it flowed. That interaction, and I'm gonna save it for the spoiler, but that interaction between Yelena and Red Guardian on the street, that was some good acting between Florence Pugh and David Harbour. That amazing, was some phenomenal. I was sitting in the theater, literally sinking into the chair like this, and saying to myself, "Am I watching a Marvel movie or a Lifetime movie?" Because the drama that they brought just with that scene alone, and you got to think of everything that happened before it and what happened immediately after it. And I'm glad that they had a moment right there that they could share, especially since Yelena seems to be a huge focal point of the movie. Like the movie is heavily centered around her character and just kind of expands out after that. But that was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie. And let me just say something right now. I'm trying to see how I can frame this. Valentina, whatever. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed her in that movie.
I did too. I gotta say, like at one point, I turned to Aaron. I'm like, I haven't felt this way in watching a Marvel movie in years, and we're definitely gonna talk about that more because I can't spoil shit. But like the emotion, like highs and lows, like I haven't felt highs and lows in a fucking Marvel movie in a while.
You know what it was? It was that, right? So like, again, like I hate to go like back to old Marvel movies, but like Deadpool and Wolverine, like we automatically knew, even though, listen, was the plot fucking perfect in Deadpool and Wolverine? No, but we knew it was going to be a banger movie because you got Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. You know what I'm saying?
It was going to be fun.
Like, you knew it was going to be fun and good, and we had a good time with that. This is like the first time for me in a while where I sat through a Marvel movie outside of like Guardians 3, like, because that was even good as well, but like that I sat, like you said, I sat and I was like, I really just had a good fucking time. And it was a story about characters you kind of knew, but you got to know more about them. Like it was just a fun ride for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's all. Like
I know.
we're gonna get spoilery. So.
And this isn't a spoiler, but Aaron, I already know a very high point for you because when I saw it, when I saw it, you came to mind when that part.
Yep.
I turned to Abel and I was like, oh
yeah. But you know what? It was the delivery of that made me go, oh, like my mouth was. I was like.
There were a couple times in this movie where I did that, where I was like, "Oh, they did that in this movie." Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
this wasn't rated R, right? This was PG-13.
No, it's PG-13.
It's PG-13.
I think. Then they say that this was like a hard, edgy PG-13.
Yeah,
it was. Now I can see why they said it was an edgy PG-13.
It was
like they were just a few things away to get that R rating, but they held on to that PG-13
for sure.
Yeah, agreed. All right, listen. So let's do it this way because I know this is kind of a way to do it. So we'll remind the people at the end when we do the spoilers, obviously. But like for now, for the non-spoilery people, give it your 1 through 10 rating, and then we'll say it again after we do the spoilers at the end, and we'll say what our rating was again for the sake of that. But I'll start if you guys want. So this was a 9 out of 10 for me. This was a 9 out of 10 movie for me. I had a good time.
I gave it an 8. I gave it 8.5.
Yeah, I'm with the 8.5. I want to give it a 9, but I need to let it simmer a little bit. But like I'm like right there. Like
This was
hyped.
refreshing. This was refreshing. This was very refreshing.
Needed the refresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.0.
Okay,
there you go.
All right.
All right, Leo, we at least need a rating. You got to give
me something.
Right. That's not. It's not.
You're not even saying anything if you don't say. If you say just a rating.
A 4.
A 4?
A 4?
4?
Yeah,
I
figured he's gonna do that.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I know why
he's lying. You're lying. You didn't like this movie? Really? Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. You gotta stick around for the spoilers.
All right, stick around for the spoilers and find out. Interesting. I'm interested to see what that's about because I don't know. Anyway, I guess
Leo, you can't say that. And there's all your drinks.
Polo was going to do all them drinks. I knew Polo was going to drink all those spam.
Yeah, just here you go. Take that.
Got him lit.
What up, Fatal? Thunderbolts was dope, but it was a movie about depression, really dark. It
really was about depression.
Very dark.
It was very much about depression.
I got a bad
Leo. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, we can talk more about that whole the really dark thing and the spoilery stuff. I guess we can get into that a little more. But
yeah, I think we're gonna go through the news pretty quick because I think we all want to talk about this.
Yeah, like thanks a lot, Leo.
This is news, man. Listen.
What am I doing?
My brother man said Leo drinking. A 4 is fucking crazy.
A 4 is crazy.
A 4 is fucking crazy. That's crazy.
You're literally you are the only person I've seen come remotely close to that number.
It almost doesn't surprise me though, because like Leo also hated No Way Home. You know what I'm saying?
And like
so,
She-Hulk.
It kind of doesn't surprise me, you know?
Oh.
So basically, Leo, if you're not lying, if you're not trolling for views at the end, then that means you had the Marvels rated above this movie, technically, because you gave the Marvels like a 7. That's fucking insane. I'm gonna throw my chair. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I need to go like process that for a second. That's nuts.
Leo, actually, while we're doing some news, do you have that Jeremy Renner thing that I brought up from today? Because I kind of want to talk about that a little bit about Hawkeye season 2.
Oh yeah, go ahead, bring it up.
Yeah, let me I have the article here because I want to bring it up. So for those of you guys that didn't see, it actually came out probably like a little earlier today. So as I don't know if you guys know this, but Hawkeye season 2 kind of got greenlit by Marvel. Back with him and Kate Bishop, but apparently Jeremy Renner turned down. I'm gonna bring up this article. I hope we're all on screen here. So this is from Variety. Jeremy Renner turned down Hawkeye season 2 because he was offered half of his season 1 salary, and then his direct quote was, "Did you think I'm only half the Jeremy because I got ran over?" That's crazy. So I don't know in what context they were going to use Jeremy Renner and what they were going to do with Hawkeye. Obviously, it was probably going to focus more into the Kate Bishop of it all, probably getting her going and all that stuff. But just kind of going into it a little bit. They asked me to do season 2. They offered me half the money. I'm like, well, it's going to take me twice the amount of work for half the amount of money and 8 months of my time. Essentially, do it for half the amount, he said. And then this is like the other quote that I saw. I'm like, I'm sorry. Why do you think I'm only half the Jeremy because I got ran over? Maybe that's why you want to pay me half of what I made on the first season. Which, to me, for Marvel to do that, especially after all that man went through, I can understand that it's a business, but I think that's absolutely freaking chaotic. So I wanted to get everyone's opinion on that because I think it's absolutely insane.
Well, I think, listen, I think we all like Jeremy Renner. We love the Hawkeye character, but we have to also remember that Marvel at this point is closing out the complete Avengers thing. Yep. So at this point, there's the investment that they had from season 1 is no longer there or needed in terms of the storyline that's going forward. And we don't at this point, if you're closing them out, there's actually no need for the story, but they know that people want to see a season 2 and whatnot. So I kind of halfway want to say I kind of agree and understand why they would say, why they would offer him that. I still think it's a bit of a slap in the face, though. I mean, the guy came out and he put his heart out on to make this character. And let's be clear, Jeremy Renner is Hawkeye. He has made it iconic. So putting somebody else in that suit at this point is setting them up for failure. And the man deserves what he's due.
So that's my biggest thing about this is definitely the slap in the face, like especially coming out from Avengers Endgame. You made those legacy characters such a big part of like that end point. I understand it is an end point, right? But I would think like, I mean, even at the end, with like he was part of like the big 6, right? Like whatever it was. Like, I think you want to treat your legacy characters right. And I think another example of that is what happened with Scarlett Johansson and the whole Black Widow thing. Like, I think, because they are who their characters were in that. And, you got a Thor, a Captain America, an Iron Man being treated clearly differently. It just sucks to see that. And I think from an optics perspective, I would have thought Marvel would have looked at that and be like, you know what, let's make sure we take care of this guy. He helped bring us to where we are and where we're going and all that stuff. Especially if it was going to be like an end, like, listen, you got to take care of your people. It's important. So I don't know. That's how I feel. I don't know. Anyone got any other opinions on that? I thought it was kind of crazy to see.
Well, also too, now you got to think that, with, him coming back, but also now with Haley Steinfeld coming about, that her stock has risen significantly since the first season of Hawkeye, especially now with the success of Sinners. So now they about to give her a bump in pay.
As they should.
Like, she about to get top billing now. So and then on top of that, she's going to be Kate Bishop going forward, with the continuing phases, and they're going to start phasing Jeremy Renner slowly out anyway. So it's like in their mind, it's like, why we got to pay you this much when you're not going to be around that much longer anyway. Mm-hmm. That's probably what's going through there. I'm telling you, Hollywood is a fickle business. It's one heck of a gig economy. I will tell you that.
I look at the optics of it. Like, did they not think that like Jeremy Renner, a very outspoken person, especially right now after his accident? Like, he just did a 2.5-hour thing on Joe Rogan, which, by the way, I'm not the biggest Joe Rogan fan, but if you haven't seen that, go watch it. He goes throughout his whole story on his recovery and stuff. Crazy. But I don't know, just to like how that didn't go through like a PR person's head to be like, hey, if you do this might happen. Like, did they just not give a crap? So I don't know.
Listen, you have to remember that when you're in a corporation that big, everybody's fighting for their spot in the sunshine. Everybody's got their own investments and cares and stakes and all of that. And again, the people that are in charge, don't necessarily care one way or the other. You know what I mean? Like, they just don't give a damn. It's about what's new, what's coming forth. If I haven't been a part of the last 4 or 5 phases and I'm getting my opportunity with the new coming phase, moving into Fantastic Four and X-Men, do you think I give a damn about anybody from the Avengers? Like, they can all leave. You know what I mean? Like, this is where it's at.
Yeah. I don't know. Just a shame.
It is. It absolutely is.
Jeremy, make my third season of 12 Mayor of Kingstown.
We'll even do a scene where you use the bow and arrow in the prison.
But the thing is that with like everybody has been saying, it's a very fickle fucking business.
Yeah.
So it's with the story, Marvel did drop the ball though, I believe, because you could have had a whole fucking Budapest with her and Scarlett Johansson. You could have had that whole storyline come out, but you decided not to do it, and you're waiting too long for it. But if he's getting treated wrong, nobody has to pay for his work.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Especially with the acting that he's been doing, especially on the TV drama side with the Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah, he knows his worth.
Yeah, you know your worth. You fucking fight for it. If Marvel doesn't want to pay you, talk all the shit that you want and fuck them because you still got work.
Yeah, don't say anything to the mouse, but just
Yeah, the mouse is kind of fucking weird though.
You don't.
All right, let's see. We got Robert Downey Jr. is reportedly playing multiple characters in Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, Mr. Claremont. Was that his name? Claremont?
Yeah, so this is where
comments.
I get scared. There's such a thing as doing too fucking much and being in too many places all at the same time. I mean, listen, I know you're closing out and this and the third, but I really hope that whoever is sitting in the editing room is looking at how much actual time they're putting him on that screen and making it believable. Because the one thing that's hard to do is to be different people with the same face, because everybody has facial expressions, mannerisms that no matter who they're trying to be, almost always comes out. So I don't want to be looking at Doom or looking at evil Iron Man and they look like the same person. They look and feel like the same person. They talk like the same person. It's just, listen, you guys are not Eddie Murphy. You know, you can't do what he does like with the clumps. Like it's a whole different.
The thing is with this is that they're introducing the multiverse saga. So it's Secret Wars and everything like that. So he has to play different character. He has to play the same character, different versions of it. If that's what you're gonna do. So if that's what they're doing, I understand it. But Chris Claremont needs to shut up because he's not getting any more scripts.
Yep. So for those of you that don't know, Chris Claremont was doing some type of a con situation, Huntsville Pop Culture Expo 2025, and he, listen, this could be speculation. He could know some things. He literally could have gone down like a Reddit like trail and like just like read what everyone was saying. Just to go over a couple of things, if you don't mind, because this kind of, it starts with this Robert Downey Jr. playing multiple characters. The next thing he said was Chris Evans also going to be playing multiple characters. One of them being a potential young Captain America, that's Captain Hydra in a multiverse, whatever. He mentioned Scarlet Witch returning. This one is interesting. So Famke Janssen is back. Obviously, we all know as Jean Grey. Apparently, she's coming back to play Phoenix Force. She's coming back to play Phoenix from what came out of his mouth. And then he mentioned Psylocke is also coming back. And
I don't know where that fits in.
Yeah, I don't know where that fits in either. And then he mentioned that Wolverine is going to be apparently killing off a very important character. Whatever that means.
Yeah, Leo's all about it.
Yeah, he just decided to drop bombs and like I almost think he could be doing this on purpose because I think this is also a way to fight leaks. I think a way to fight leaks is to start throwing fake shit out there early so that when the real shit comes out, you don't know what to believe.
Exactly.
It could be that. I don't know, but like we're going to be going through this for the next year. It's all going to be speculation, flip a coin type shit.
So a couple comments here I'll bring up. They must be paying RDJ in gold and diamonds at this point.
Pretty much.
I mean, sounds about right. Besides Iron Man, RDJ is kind of overrated in my opinion.
Damn. I don't know. I really liked him in Oppenheimer. I'm sorry, Arm and Hammer.
Arm and Hammer.
Listen, I
Tropic Thunder.
RDJ is dope. We just don't want to overuse him.
Right. That's what it comes down to.
I think it's also too because remember when they announced him to be Doom, a lot of people was kind of iffy about it. So it's like you wanted him to play Dr. Doom, and then you're announcing he's going to be playing multiple characters. So now we're about to get hit over the head seeing him multiple times in the movie. So people could probably get annoyed and be like, "Oh my god!"
He said, "What do you mean, you people in Tropic Thunder?" This fucking guy.
We got a couple of comments actually from IG, since I have it over here on the side panel. Nice. More than comic books. Appreciate you checking in. Reed from Fantastic Four First Steps is going to be the Maker. Watch.
You think it's going to be Reed? I would like them to bring back Miles Teller and have him be the Maker because of how shitty his Reed was.
Pedro Pascal, the Maker. Wasn't that going to do it?
I told you, I think it should be Miles Teller from that shitty Fantastic Four movie. It would be funnier if it was him just because of how crappy that movie was.
Second comment to that was Council of Stark.
Council of Iron Man?
Council of Iron Man. I kept on seeing that they're going to have him, like, which actually makes sense to me. Like, now there's people obviously speculating because it's all we're going to hear for the next year, whatever. Yeah. He was going to be, what is it? What's the Silver Suit Iron Man? Is it Superior
Iron Man, the evil
Iron Man?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know where Superior Iron Man fits in now. I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, that's what allegedly Tom Cruise was going to be.
Was supposed to do in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It actually would have made more sense in that movie than it would in Doomsday.
Yeah.
You have to give Tom Cruise stilts to play Iron Man.
I was literally going to say they couldn't find a stool, so he didn't do it.
Oh, man. That's funny.
Little fucker.
Standing in the stack of phone books.
Marvel Studios will reportedly introduce Annihilus as the next big villain in Phase 7.
So wasn't like the big rumor that they actually somehow almost got Henry Cavill to play this role? I think we talked about that a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
I thought that would have been interesting. I mean, Annihilus is a pretty big bad.
Yeah.
So this tells me they're going to do X-Men and fucking Cosmic moving forward. That's after this phase is over.
That sounds right.
That's what that means. It sounds like X-Men and fucking Cosmic. Because I think Annihilus would more so be based in obviously outer space. Who was Annihilus's like? What
Everyone?
the fuck?
Bantorian.
What the Whoa! You knocked over my Funko Pop.
Rachel!
God damn it.
Wow, out of nowhere.
Damn, son.
Scared the shit out of me.
Yo, you're gonna make her pick that shit up? She's pregnant.
Thought somebody broke in my house.
I thought it was a frying pan.
No, you didn't knock that down. I knocked that down.
People get assaulted on YouTube
every single day.
I got Victorian like that. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Wow, that's wild. And in-person Bantorian's kind of crazy.
Wow.
In-person Bantorian.
We got the clip. We're going to clip this.
We got to clip it. So I did a quick. So Annihilus's primary adversary was considered the Fantastic Four in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that kind of makes sense if the Fantastic Four is here moving forward, right? I mean, I get it. Is it this Fantastic Four?
I don't know.
Yeah, we got like
It's a big multiverse out there.
Right.
We don't die.
Yeah,
All right, Hulkling will join the next saga, which will explore the space side of the MCU.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
More Cosmos.
When we get into comic book land on screen, for me, I love when they go into space, man. I love all the sagas that are in space.
There's so much opportunity there.
Absolutely.
There's so much opportunity there. I agree
That's
with
what they're talking about right now. The next MCU saga will reportedly be focused in space, on space.
And the truth of the matter is, no matter how much we might knock him sometimes for some of the stuff that he does, James Gunn made Guardians look really cool in terms of the settings, the space look, all that stuff. Regardless of what you might think about plots,
he made you care about a tree.
He did. He did. You know what I'm saying? But it also, like, visually, his movies always looked good. You know what I'm saying? Like, the settings, like, even when they fought, everywhere that they fought was, like, cool looking. You know what I mean? He made those elements look dope.
All the settings were dope. The Guardians of the Galaxy were really, like, a little known team to most general, heads, If you weren't a comic book head, you had no idea who the Guardians of the Galaxy even were, which kind of like fits it. Which we'll get back to this in spoiler review, but because nobody was really familiar, it allowed him to build their familiarity from the ground up, compared to Superman and Batman and all the other characters that we've seen so much through the years.
Oh, but Mr. James Gunn supposedly, remember that Sergeant Rock that was supposedly getting made at DC Studios has been scrapped.
Yeah, you know why? Because you fucked up Daniel Craig, bro. That would have been Daniel Craig was supposed to be Sergeant Rock. You fucked that up.
Didn't they try to hire like 3 or 4 people to be Sergeant Rock? And I guess none of them panned out.
Well, they were looking at what's his face?
The kid from God damn it. I know who you're talking about. Jeremy Allen. What wasn't it him? Jeremy something.
It was him, but it was another guy that we don't like.
I know yeah, I don't remember.
But anyway, who's the guy from Roadhouse?
Oh,
McGregor?
No, not McGregor. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I think
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Aaron's favorite.
But listen, Daniel Craig would have fitted perfectly, and they screwed that up. So,
in gaming news, we got.
Did you have any more James Gunn news out of curiosity?
No.
Did anybody else hear that apparently there's this big rumor circulating about Superman? I'm not trying to spread rumors like this. There's like a rumor out there that apparently like Superman's supposed to fight monkeys and like it's supposed to lead to Grodd and like apparently that's like actually a thing and not just a leak. Like,
how the monkeys are real internet bots and like making a smear campaign about Superman in the movie.
So let me tell you. So apparently, So wait, before you because I'll let you. I know you probably got something to say about it. So apparently, like. Everybody, I'm not trying to slander this movie before it comes out because I'm gonna see it, like I keep saying. But the way James Gunn has made this movie look visually, it looks like an older Superman movie, right? The suit, the setting, all that, right? But then to bring in this modern type of thing where the monkeys are AI bots and they're smearing Superman like it's 2025 is really fucking weird to me if that's true. Because why are you incorporating the old school Superman setting with the new school like cancel culture thing? Like that's a very new school thing. Cancel culture was not a thing back when Superman was like popular in the you know what I'm saying, like earlier when Superman was the most popular superhero. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a thing. That was cancel culture was not a cancel culture is prevalent now. Now it's fucking cancel culture.
You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because James Gunn was canceled once.
That's exactly.
And he wants fucking revenge on the internet, so he's gonna do some dumb shit. If he does that, man, I'm telling you, bad news bears.
I have nothing to say.
But honestly, more importantly, 100 gorillas versus 1 Superman. Who's got it?
Superman.
Is it James Gunn Superman?
I'll bring back in Torian, Mr. Torian. You're coming.
Oh wait, yeah, my bad. Is it James Gunn Superman?
Because James Gunn Superman was getting his ass kicked by his dog.
A beer can take out Superman right now.
That scream in that fucking trailer still gets me. As the fucking dog is kicking him, that shit is crazy. I was like, oh my god, bro, that scream was nuts.
Oh god.
Mutant AI monkeys, not bots.
Yeah,
Mutant AI monkeys in a Superman movie. Okay, I want to listen. Maybe it'll work out. I don't know. I'm gonna see it. I'm not buying the Underoos popcorn bucket. Not doing it. Not happening. Not fucking happening.
All right. Gaming news. EA cuts 300 jobs. Cancel new Titanfall game.
Yo,
that is fucking dumb.
That was crazy.
That is fucking dumb. First off, layoffs are happening rampantly around the world right now.
Yep.
Understandably so. We got some shit going on. But Titanfall 2, on the note of the game, or I'm sorry, the next Titanfall game, I think it might be Titanfall 3. Canceling that game is awful because Titanfall, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated games of all time. Titanfall is fucking fantastic. So, yeah,
a lot of people are not happy about that right now.
Yeah, that game is sensational for what it was. So, yeah, I don't know. Did we lose Leo? Oh, he must be talking.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Go.
Have fun.
Let's see. What else can we get into?
I was gonna say I have some slides here. I'm waiting for Leo to come back.
Some slides.
Let's see here. I think we talked about a couple of them already. Let's see here. So this is what you're talking about, Femke Jansen.
Yep.
And then I also had a Psylocke rumor to appear in the next Avengers film.
Yeah, that's all from the Chris stuff. I don't know how Phoenix Force gets into this movie. I mean, listen,
Phoenix Force is weird.
I think we're going
to this movie.
I think it's very obvious we're going to the X Mansion. We're obviously going to get these X-Men. I don't know how are we just going to do like a mini Avengers versus X-Men type thing?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be an incursion and like shit's just going to go off the rails. Like what the hell, man?
Yeah, we got to hurry up and get to spoilers because a lot of these dots get connected in the spoilers.
What I will say is I've been saying this for a while. I want to see more like X-Men we haven't seen yet get some screen love, and that would include like the Psylocke, the Nightcrawlers, the Gambits, even though he got some love in
having Nightcrawler in only one X-Men film is diabolical.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to see some of these other X-Men, Emma Frost we mentioned earlier. I want to see some of these other characters shine. We've already, again, like I know Leo's not here to defend this, so I feel bad saying it, but like we've seen Wolverine so much. We've seen, freaking Phoenix so much. Like I'm like, I want to see some other X-Men shine moving forward. I even Kitty Pryde, even you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Like I want to see some other X-Men shine for once. Go ahead, Leo. I'll let you take back over. Sorry. Oh, go ahead, Chase. Are you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say, but this goes back to what I was saying, about Thunderbolts, because this movie took off because people were not that familiar with the characters. Mm-hmm. And because they weren't that familiar with the characters, you got to tell a story. Nobody was relaying back to a time where they saw them in a different suit or a different story or blah, blah, blah. And that's the one thing that both Marvel and DC don't do enough, because we get that you have flagship characters that everybody loves and all of that. But the real story is these characters that people are not familiar with and whatnot, and that's something that they have to start doing, especially DC, who has like a ridiculous amount of characters. You might have to fix the names on some of them characters, because some of DC's characters got some of the weirdest ass.
I didn't even know that the chick from Rivals, I guess I didn't even put two and two together, even though she has a costume. I didn't know Magic was an X-Men character.
Yep.
Magik. I didn't even know she was an X-Men character.
Yeah.
Before this game, before the name, I never heard of her. Before this game, I never heard of the character.
She was in New Mutants.
Yeah, she's a New Mutant. Mm-hmm. Well, she's a pain in the ass to deal with in Marvel Rivals. So
she was a pain to deal with in New Mutants.
She was. Let's see here. Titanfall is a GOAT game. Titanfall is fucking fantastic.
And also, Aaron, if you want, and also, Aaron, additional information about Magic, in case you didn't know, Colossus is her brother.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I got to do some reading up on Magic because I'm not overly familiar with her. But she sucks in Marvel Rivals. Like I said, I keep on getting slashed by that stupid fucking sword. It pisses me off. Also, I was surprised to see so much Extraction news in 1 week between this and the marathon. So much Extraction news in 1 week. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. They might nerf Phoenix Force to the ground.
They have to. They have to.
I don't know, man.
If you bring the Phoenix Force, they're not ready. Marvel's not ready for that.
Is Phoenix Force stronger than Scarlet Witch at her high power level?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Is it? I was gonna say. I know it's been a debate back and forth on who would win that.
They both did have a fight. Scarlet Witch won. She came back. Scarlet Witch won again. She came back.
Oh.
Phoenix Force.
Because you can't kill Phoenix.
Can't kill Phoenix.
Because you can't kill Phoenix.
And every time you kill her, she comes back stronger. And that's what Scarlet didn't know.
Both Titanfall games, in my opinion, the first one, feeling of calling a Titan down always hit so hard, and the second game kept those vibes and also delivered an awesome campaign. Both of those campaigns are sensational. Yeah, I will agree with you. Definitely one of the most underrated game. Is Magic also part of the Midnight Suns? Did I not know this?
I thought she was at one point.
Was she?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not familiar. I gotta go back and do some research on Magic. That's dope.
Magic is a pretty OP. Magic is a pretty OP character.
Yeah, I know. Because every time I hear "Call Dark Child," I go, "Oh, fuck off!" Like, god damn it! Again with the stupid fucking thing. She summons the goddamn demons. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah, like she could take you to like an underworld type thing. Like,
I know.
She's a pretty dark character.
She's very, very annoying. Oh man, go ahead, Leo. Sorry, I'll let you take back over with the news.
No, I was done with the news.
You done with the news? Okay.
Yeah, I have. Anything else?
I think we covered a lot of what was here. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, listen, we can get into spoilers for. We can get into spoil. Are you guys ready for spoilers on Thunderbolts?
Yeah, let's get this on.
All right,
That's why I'm here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be your warning. If you have not watched Thunderbolts yet, this is the spoiler reaction. It's up here on. Sorry, I put the wrong one up. With spoilers. If you have not seen it, come back and watch the video, watch the podcast afterwards. We are going to get into full spoilers on Thunderbolts since all of us went to see it today. We're going to get into it. That was your warning. I'm giving you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, spoiler time. Where to begin?
Taskmaster. Holy shit. Bro, the way they delivered that, I didn't even have time to clap and be happy about it. They just fucking did it.
I was surprised it was
like that.
I was surprised it was Ghost. I'm surprised they did that. That shocks me. Like, I know Ghost is fucking is
I thought it was gonna be Bob,
but Ghost? Come on, man. I was like that.
And they took Taskmaster out really very fast. Like literally, like while they were still in the midst of fighting in that area. Like it was quick. They only let Taskmaster get one line. Literally just one line.
I think she had under 2 minutes of screen time. I'm not kidding when I say that. I think she had under 2 minutes of screen time. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
crazy. They literally is the word. Did they retcon her? Basically, is that what they just did? They retconned her. It's kind of what it seems like.
Yeah, nobody liked her Taskmaster, but the problem is.
All right, Leo, I'm sick of this. Like, what's going on, bro? Talk. You gotta tell me. What the hell happened with you in this movie, man?
Okay, so
a 4?
A 4.
A 4.
Because I don't feel like sitting in a fucking therapy chair for watching a movie.
Who hurt you?
I know.
You would have been perfect for this team.
Thanos was fucking right. You should have fucking snapped some more motherfuckers out here.
All right, wait. So that's your gripe with this? Is that it was a depressing movie?
No, it was just fucking too fucking stupid. For me,
stupid how though? I don't understand.
I saw the movie in the trailer.
So you saw the trailer and you knew everything that was going to happen in this movie from beginning to end.
Yes.
So you knew everything that was going to happen in this movie just by looking at the trailer.
Yeah.
Every single thing.
He's right, because this is one of my gripes why it only got an 8.
What didn't we? Okay, this is the question I have to ask. What didn't we see that wasn't in the trailer?
I mean, aside from Sentry in the suit, I did not know how that Sentry fight was going to go down. And let me tell you something. That Sentry fight in the second act was fucking awesome.
Which one?
The one where they were in Avengers Tower. I thought that was fucking. I thought that was great.
I thought that fight scene was awesome. I was literally like
Superman could never. That's how I felt after that fight.
I would give you that one.
That was a great fight.
The rest of the shit just.
Listen,
I'll be honest with you.
I do agree with you.
I don't want to skip. It's
fair.
Are we just gonna skip around and say fuck it and go back and forth?
Yeah,
that's fine.
Go back and forth.
Okay. What I will say is I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't see the twist of him turning on Victoria. I didn't know he was just gonna be like, well, fuck it, I'm better than you. I didn't see that. I didn't see that in the trailer.
Every god character will never bow down to a fucking human.
Well, I get that, but I also didn't see him being like all of a sudden like I thought that they did a good enough job of twisting something. Like all of a sudden he was kicking all the Thunderbolts asses, and then all of a sudden he turns on Victoria, and then all of a sudden she fucking hits him with the fucking ejectocito cuz button and thinks she kills him, and he's not really fucking dead. Like I thought that was enough of a twist to be like, oh damn.
You're telling me, okay, you got the ejectocito cuz button on Sentry?
Well, that's the thing. I don't really know what the fuck they did.
It sounded like electric.
Well,
I don't know what was the off switch. That was my question.
Here's a problem.
And it didn't have an off switch.
The assistant Mel told her that there was no button because they threw it out when they were making it.
But then they said make another.
She did say
make another. But the problem is that switch should not work on Sentry because he was not asleep by the time he did it.
That's the way they explain how the void was awakened. That's what they did. As soon as he did it, I'm like, oh, now the void wakes up.
More fucking emotional
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, wait. All right, so wait, what did you think of the acting in this movie then?
No, Bob was great.
I'm sorry.
All right, wait. You're gonna tell me the scene with Yelena and Red Guardian was subpar?
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Bro, that was emotional. What are you?
Hey, fucking Scarlet Witch never bitched up and complained.
She did. She sucked it up and saved the universe.
She created a whole town and enslaved a whole bunch of people because she was mad.
I'm not saying Scarlet Witch. I'm not saying Scarlet Witch. I'm talking about Black Widow.
Oh, you're talking about Black Widow.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is not in this.
But that wasn't Black Widow's role. She was a side character.
No,
she was never a main character, except for her own movie. And even then, she cried about everything.
And she saved the universe.
Right, but they still made her get emotional in Black Widow, telling her journey about becoming a widow and everything they put her through from a child.
And she sucked it up and saved the universe. Yelena didn't save the universe. They saved the universe. She saved everybody gave a group hug. Oh,
she saved the state church.
Let me hug you. You're going through all this pain and suffering. All we could do fix it is a hug. Oh,
I'm not.
All right, wait. Let me ask you this question. Do you think the way that Red Hulk was handled and the way he had to be calmed down was better than this?
10 times, because it's comic book accurate.
Ten times.
Hey, what's his name? Nick Fury beat the Hulk with fucking puppies.
10 times. I don't even.
I'm sorry. I didn't like the fucking group hug. I'm sorry.
Listen,
this took me out.
You're allowed to not like it, man. That's your opinion. I totally get it.
To not like it.
You're entitled to your opinion.
So listen, playing devil's advocate a little bit here. Leo's correct because that was one of my gripes. We saw the entire movie in the commercial. Don't get me wrong.
You're not wrong. We guessed how this movie exactly was going to go down, and it did.
Like they showed you pretty much the entire movie, which was my problem. The movie was not terrible, but I felt kind of ripped off. The movie didn't, to me, have an actual climax and whatnot. The way that they resolved the thing with Bob happened so quickly and moved so fast. There wasn't time to okay. I felt a little crazy that I didn't actually get to see them go into the void, because once he started vaporizing everybody, I assumed that they were going into the void and that we would get a scene in the void. That didn't happen.
We got the room. We got a whole scene in the void.
We got the whole room.
I'm talking about the void where we saw Blade and that.
But I think this is like a different thing, though.
I get that, but I was just expecting that.
I already knew we was going into a whole different type of void, because this is Sentry's void.
Yeah, right. I was just expecting that, because obviously, so when Red Guardian saves a little girl and he tells her he's safe, and then he vaporized the little girl.
That was crazy.
I sat there and I was like, "Oh!"
and so I'm like, okay, but that's when I started saying, okay, he didn't really kill him. They moved him to the void. I just was expecting a scene in the void. So it is what it is.
I got you.
Where are my fucking consequences?
I'm sorry. Did you see Taskmaster? Did you see what happened?
Yeah, she
2 minutes. That's my one consequence.
That's not consequences for you.
That's
the consequences for your ass, cuzzo.
How is that not consequences?
First, Taskmaster can take a shot to the face with their mask on. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, this isn't the real Taskmaster.
And it's a different.
And this is not the real fucking Sentry either, because he looked like
he had the suit on.
He had the slick back hair, and he's so emotional. I was worried to hear Green Day or some bullshit.
But isn't that a part of the Sentry's character, though? That he's an emotional, flawed character.
I just didn't like the fucking old
and that's the scary part about Sentry, especially when he became the Void version, is you have a person who has dual personalities. He was an addict. He went through multiple forms of abuse. You give someone like that godlike powers, that is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanos was right.
And guess what? Thanos would have got sent straight to the void
No, he would've.
immediately.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought Sentry was dope. I thought
don't get me wrong. The suit. You know what? When I saw him in the suit and he coming down the stairs, I was happy. I was like, "Yo, he looks good." And then you know what took me? You know what took me out? You know what the fuck took me out? Oh, let's argue about the fucking my blonde hair.
Oh, the little like, oh, did you dye that? Yeah, that whole little thing. It was like a minute. They didn't even make it like a whole thing.
Oh, I didn't feel like it. I'm like, you bitch.
I mean,
Leo is.
But
Leo
like, that's
is,
the
Leo
point,
is
though.
Dark
Bob's
Sentry.
kind of a bitch.
kind of.
See, this is my problem.
I mean, like, what I will say is, again, I'm not gonna. I don't know, the Void and Sentry from the comics that well to be able to tell you like, oh, is it comic accurate, this, that, and the other. I honestly, I don't know. I went into this kind of blinded. The suit is. I know what he looks like. I know what he. I'm saying from a storytelling perspective. Right. I can't tell you. I don't know Sentry that well to be like, oh, this was comic book accurate. This wasn't. But like, what I will say is, what I saw, like I said, to display the power level that they put him in that Avengers Tower scene. Made you like, to me, I was actually happy that it was the Thunderbolts really couldn't fucking damage him. Like nobody could do anything to him. Like I appreciated that they could barely.
They did that power right.
They did the power scaling right, which is something Marvel's constantly fucked up in my opinion, depending on who you're talking about.
Dude, when he threw Red Guardian out and then brought him back in, I'm like, oh,
that
was tough.
Yo, I thought he was gonna drop his ass. They brought him back in. I'm like, oh,
yeah. So if you're long in the tooth, you remember a toy called the yo-yo.
Yo, literally though. Yo, my man, yeah.
And also, he was like that whole fight scene was nice. I mean, like you said, he threw Red Guardian out and then pulled him back in and then threw him across the way. It wasn't enough for him to just snatch off Bucky's arm. He held on to it and burned it and then ripped it off. Threw him.
And he hit him with his arm.
He bit John Walker's shield like a taco.
The best part was he kept it bent. It was the best part.
And he kept it bent. He was throwing Yelena all over the place.
Is it weird?
No wins, bro.
Is it weird? I actually liked John Walker in this movie. I actually enjoyed his character in this movie.
I liked him a lot better than I did in the show.
Captain America.
He plays a great asshole.
He does. Yeah. He was great as the asshole character, in my opinion. I think that they actually made Ghost. I fucking hated Ant-Man too. I hated Ant-Man too.
I always liked Ghost,
but she's dope. She's
dope
really
in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
A funny part to me was when they was inside of the truck and they were driving. Bucky was driving, Red Guardian was in the front, the other three was in the back, and they drove through the building. And they started fighting everyone, and then Valentina gonna come on the intercom. He could have came through the door; it was unlocked, and they just like.
Them driving to the building was hysterical.
She said she just put up that wall. Just put up that drywall.
I just put up that drywall. But yo, the way they made the void effects when he was like freaking vanishing people was fucking you felt the bass from the sound. It was really cool.
And all the time that was happening, I'm watching that happen in New York. I was thinking about y'all. I was like, I hope y'all not on that island.
You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about how Daredevil and Spider-Man might feel about this, but we'll never fucking know.
Even how even though we saw it in the trailer, but looking at it in the movie, like seeing it and seeing him in that all black form, like he just looks like a shadow figure.
Yeah,
like that's very intimidating and very scary. And all in them glowing eyes, that's the only thing you see on his face is them glowing eyes. While he just sticks his hand out. And what I like is when he literally made the void become the void from the people he sent to the void. So when they got hit to the floor, they just expanded out and the void just became even more massive. So that just shows you how when the void expanded like that, that was all the people that he sent there. And it just expanded like all over the entire island.
And you know what could stop that? A hug.
Oh my God, he going back to this hug.
Bro, listen. I get what you're saying, but like, I thought the underlying message overall of like, listen, if you're in a dark place, sometimes you need people is not the worst fucking message Marvel could convey in the fucking world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like it's not a bad message.
I understand you have your opinion, but you'll never be able to tell me that was better than the Red Hulk shit. I'll never.
I put fucking Marvels above this shit.
That's crazy.
That's
insane.
Leo, you have had too much to drink.
That's
no, insane. I haven't, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was in the mood to watch it. I don't know if I was in the mood to watch a fucking whole bunch of love fest and emotional. And
I don't know. Maybe you need to go and see that movie with the power of friendship. I don't know. Maybe you cannot go alone because that's crazy.
Dude, I was like, yeah. It was like, okay, we getting the hallway scene. We're getting the hallway scene again with Yelena. Oh, okay, another one.
Yeah, we always get the hallway scene.
And then we get she's blowing up and she saves the fucking gerbil or whatever, the fucking guinea pig or whatever. And then you get she's cleaning the whole thing out. I don't know what it was. It just, something just took me out of this movie that I was just like,
crazy.
I seen this shit on the trailer. The only two things I didn't see is the fucking, the Stark Tower, the Avengers Tower, and the fucking boxes that every emotional fucking bullshit that she had to go through was in the Stark Tower.
But I actually thought the emotion was like one of the better parts of this movie because like I literally turned to Aaron and I'm like, I haven't felt like tense or like real like good decent emotion in a Marvel movie in a long time. Like I haven't.
Some of it, Leo drinks multiple times.
And quiet as it's kept, Leo, this is actually the Marvel that a lot of people have been craving for quite some. This is the Marvel that they've been craving for a long time.
It's true.
Because we don't know what the next one is what Fantastic Four is going to look like.
Yo, it's funny that you say that because I think one of the first things that I said to Abel once we were waiting for the post-credit scenes to roll, and I looked at him and I was like, this almost kind of sucks because I thought, like, obviously Leo feels differently, but I thought Thunderbolts was so good, and now I'm like, if Fantastic Four is not fucking good, I'm gonna be furious about it. If Fantastic Four fucking sucks, I'm gonna be so fucking mad that movie sucks if it's bad. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna give it an honest opinion.
If you want emotion, you're gonna have more emotions in Fantastic Four than this.
How?
Wait, so first of all, okay, good luck. But more importantly, we should talk about the post-credit scenes because Fatal J was not feeling that last scene. I actually really liked the last scene.
No,
what?
No. Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
DZ, I see somebody is pointing at themselves saying that they want in deep in the heart of Texas. I'm assuming he's rushing out of the theater to get in here. DZ, what's happening, bro?
Yeah, because he got blank.
What's
bro?
good? Yeah, listen, I'm only here for the Mama Godfather. That's it.
Why? Because he gave it a fucking 4?
Because he gave it a fucking 4. Let me ask you this question, yo. Did you like Wolverine and Deadpool? Huh? It's only cool to have emotions in a fucking movie if the character who's crying like a bitch has claws, huh?
Who's crying? Crying?
When your bitch ass claw boy is walking around, oh, the X-Men are dead and I couldn't save them.
Wait, hold on. Did you see a tear?
I'm gonna drink. Give me rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna drink rubbing alcohol. Shut the fuck up, man.
Did you see a tear? Did you see a tear?
The fuck out of here, bro.
He had a bottle of Jack and sat by the fire by himself.
Emotion in the movie?
He sat by the Wait, hold on. Have you seen the movie?
Yeah, what?
Have you seen it?
No.
So shut the fuck up.
No. I won't shut the fuck up.
You know why? Because you're a hypocrite.
You a hypocrite. Because you a hypocrite. I'm calling you out. I came on here just to call you out for being a fucking
hypocrite with a bottle of Jack. And you got these motherfuckers hugging you.
Fuck him. You're supposed to be the toughest fucking SOB in Marvel. You got claws and a fucking vagina because you fucking let everybody die. Shut your fucking bitch ass up. I want to hear that shit.
He is the toughest guy in fucking Marvel.
Fuck that wet pussy ass fucker. He's a wet pussy bitch. That's what it is. His hair is styled from pussy juice. That's what it is, son.
Because he gets it.
He rubs his vagina and puts it in his hair.
Movie. Nobody. Everybody was too worried about their emotions.
That's hilarious.
Fuck that guy. All right, that's the only reason why. That's all I came here for. I love you boys, but that's it. Fuck Wolverine and his crying bitch ass. Peace.
Damn, bro.
When
Man,
Del
Larry
came
just came out here to try and cook you about Wolverine. That's crazy.
Now just imagine if he came in here and saw the movie, it would have been 10 times worse.
Oh my god.
He was already came in there like
he literally came in here to say Wolverine's hair, whack. His claws, whack.
All right, we got some comments to catch up on.
Crash out was crazy.
The crash out was crazy. Let's see here. What Leo wasn't feeling it? Let's see here. I wasn't feeling the last post-credit scene. Okay. Leo gave the movie a 4 out of 10. Bowler, you got to be lying. If Leo gave this movie of the 4, the void must be coming.
Well, the void's on the way, goddammit, because that's what he did.
That's what he did. Fantastic Four looks Herbie heavy.
Oh, you know they're gonna lean into that laughter.
Herbie heavy?
Yeah, like they're gonna lean into that laughter
because of the cuteness factor, I guess.
Yeah, and they're gonna sell the shit out of those toys.
Yeah, exactly. The kid factor is fucking ridiculous on that.
I just came.
I need to make sure I get one.
Oh, Fatal just came out of the theater.
Fatal just came out of the theater.
Worth some money.
Yes, chat needs a hero. Cooked easy. Yes, chat needs a hero, and Cooked easy back to back is crazy. $5 from Fatal J. The
Thanks,
man
Fatal.
who gave me hell for weeks about Marvel gave this a 4. The world is ending. Bro, Fatal, I'm telling you right now, if Superman sucks, Leo's gonna give you hell if that movie sucks, bro.
The thing is, if Superman is good and Leo likes it, that's how you're gonna know the world.
Wait, Fatal, how did you feel about when the Sentry was fighting very Superman-esque and the way he was being hit? Because I thought that was sick. I thought it was sick.
He was straight up eating them hits. He was sitting there. I think I saw him smirk a couple of times. Like this don't even hurt.
Can't do that in his movies.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Get your popcorn.
Sorry, I got something in my throat.
Wow, drama stream.
Literally WNDZ.
More Leo
drinks.
All right, back to spoilers. Let's see here. So we talked about Taskmaster and all that what happened there.
You want to know what's so crazy though?
I'm surprised it was like that.
You want to know what's so crazy? Taskmaster fighting ability or style or whatever in the little 2 minutes that she had was better than everything she did in the whole Black Widow movie. My opinion, the fighting style that imagine if they actually kept her alive throughout this movie, because that was one of the things that when I was doing my review, which will be going up tomorrow, was saying that the fighting style that she had in that little small pocket that they did have her in was actually pretty impressive.
I just wanted to go back and look at what I also thought Taskmaster actually looked pretty good this time around as well, and I wanted to see what she looked like in the Black Widow movie. She looked all right in the Black Widow movie. It wasn't
the look that they had her in this one was better. In my
I think it was better. Though looking at it right now, I think it was.
It looked more menacing.
But everybody got an upgraded suit. Ghost got an upgraded suit. She got an upgraded suit. I think Walker kind of looked the same. He just had
shield.
The shield was different. Yeah, the shield.
That's another thing. Walker is a fucking piece of shit father,
bro. That whole crib scene, I was kind of like, damn, bro.
Piece of shit father, bro.
I was like, damn, bro.
His wife came in there and just said, all I wanted you to do was just pick up your son. And he threw a whole tantrum about it and left her with a crying baby. Like, but that goes because he was too busy looking on his phone and seeing what some blog had wrote about him.
Okay, but again, this goes back to what they were saying before, the movie being dark. Like all of these characters are in some sort of depression about their lives, and at that point, so was he. And no one was realizing what he might have been going through. So he's sitting there looking on his phone, which is probably reminiscing about the good old days when he was a superhero before he killed somebody and whatnot. So I get
in that movie.
And that was even funny. Even when Bob had said it, he was sitting there laughing. He was like, "This guy is such an asshole." I said, "He is."
That shit cracked me up. That honestly really cracked me up. What I will say is that whole escape scene from the incinerator. I thought it was okay when they did the whole climb up the elevator shaft thing. The climb was like.
Did you peep? But did you peep? I don't know if any of y'all peeped that, and I noticed this right after the first watch. The way that they were shaped was like that asterisk.
Yes, was like that. Asterisk.
Oh yeah,
it was shaped like that asterisk.
Yep, it makes sense. let's see. I'm trying to think of what else.
Oh, dude. Red Guardian driving up in the limo and Yelena being completely embarrassed cracked me. Though.
That is so realistic too. When especially a person,
it's like that's my dad.
Yeah, he was like,
and then him trying to flick the switches in the car when they're getting attacked, and Pony comes on and the smoke machine turns on.
Nice.
So what I will say is like. A lot of times what happens for me, especially maybe recency bias here, but with Marvel movies is the humor doesn't land. The humor landed throughout this entire movie.
It did.
The jokes were actually like the jokes were actually funny. It wasn't forced laughter. A lot of times in Captain America, in even Guardians 3, it was like forced humor. It was, and then you're like, that's really not that funny. But okay.
No, I cannot go through this spoiler without mentioning this. The way that Yelena was through that heavy shade at John Walker when she says, "Oh, please, you don't even take care of your kid." I was like, "Whoa,
He was like, "Oh, is it my turn now?" He's like, "No." She's like, "No, you already know you're a piece of shit and a terrible father." I'm like, "Whoa!"
I was like, "Oh, Dr. Phil, okay."
Everybody in my theater was like, "Oh!" Everybody had the collective, "Oh."
But you know why I think so. Remember, when they first walked up before Sentry came out and they all got like she stops them all from fighting all the guards down the bottom and she's like, "Oh, I left the door open for you, haha," like whatever. They go up the elevator shaft, bro. And the first thing Victoria says when John Walker walks up to her and is like, "Oh, I got to take you in," and she goes, "I don't think that's gonna happen." Timu Captain America or whatever the fuck. Junior varsity Captain America. My man reached for his gun so fast. I was like, "Yo, he's on business."
And then Bucky's like, "Yo,
I get it." Yeah, Bucky had to be like, "Yo, don't pull the gun." Let him pull the gun. Let him shoot her. Who cares?
No, and then when she was looking, and then she was looking at all the people, and when she got the Red Guardian, she's like, and she's like, "Who are you?" He was like, "I'm Red Guardian." What? Her response to that, what?
Who's this Santa?
A lot of times we rag on the comic relief character. To Fatal's point, Red Guardian was only comic relief.
David Harbour's a freaking legend, bro.
It works for him though.
It works for his character.
It's his delivery.
Listen, let's be clear. Red Guardian makes this fucking movie, bro.
He's so good.
Red Guardian needs his own spin-off.
I would argue he was one of the best parts of Black Widow as well.
Come on.
Yeah, I agree.
He's funny. He's funny. He's funny.
His own spin-off? Oh, hell no.
I don't know about his own spin-off. That might be great.
Yeah, we didn't go that far.
Are you telling me you wouldn't like a special presentation with the first 10 minutes of him driving people around and being funny, and then give me the action?
Bro. Red Guardian limo service would absolutely be a thing.
I'd rather see a special presentation of Ghost.
Speaking,
she deserves
it.
I do agree with that. Ghost is a lot cooler than
she deserves a special presentation.
I agree with that.
You're gonna disappear. You're never gonna see it half of the damn show.
Back to when Guardian goes and picks them up from after everything happened with Sentry and they escape and all that. So he picks them up. Bro, I loved when
they didn't escape. He let them go because he was arguing about his fucking hair.
No, wait, what do you mean?
When they escaped from
No. I'm talking about the first time when they escaped the incinerator. So they all got out. Guardian came and picked them up, and they get in the car, bro. And the 3 trucks. But first off, I was like, the car's only going 50 miles an hour, and those trucks never caught up. Okay, I'll let it go. It's fine. I was like, all right, I'll let it go. It's fine. I let it go. I let it go. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna nitpick. I'm gonna let it go.
Damn, you're really looking for something wrong, huh?
No, I'm not. I thought that too, though.
But I was like, it makes no sense.
That didn't even cross my mind. I wasn't even thinking of that. I was having too much fun.
I was sitting there like, that's kind of stupid, but whatever. But I love the fact that the car is getting shot at, and Walker is protecting the shield on the back window, and you fucking Guardian just sitting there yelling like, "I said it's bulletproof-ish." I'm like, yo, just the comedy just fucking works.
And it's crazy.
And by the way, go ahead, sorry.
And when Yelena was telling can you make this limo go faster? He's pushing the gas, and the thing is slowly creeping from 53 to 54. That was not a fast limo at all.
By the way, can we normalize putting Bucky in everything? Because when he freaking took that whole freaking thing and just put his arm down.
That scene where he stopped the last truck with the anchor and he put his arm in the ground. That was one of the dopest fucking action scenes I've seen from Marvel.
And also shout out to them for the T2 reference, because what he did with the shotgun and swirling it around, that was straight off of Terminator 2. That was straight out of T2.
That's true.
But I also have, and I'm being nitpicky, but I'm gonna be nitpicky here. So in that scene, he blows up the car and then he takes all of them captive. You're gonna tell me the four of them couldn't fight Bucky 4-on-1 for a minute? You're gonna tell me the four of them couldn't fight Bucky 1-on-4 for a minute? Ghost, Red Guardian, Yelena, and fucking Walker couldn't fight Bucky for a minute?
Yeah,
how?
Bucky's
not that strong.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on, though. The whole limo flipped. You don't know what condition they were in.
Red Guardian is a super soldier.
He's a super soldier-ish.
No, he's a super soldier.
Bro, he got the Timu serum. He said it in the goddamn movie.
A fucking piece of a building fell off the goddamn top of the thing and cracked over his body.
But he's the Winter Soldier, sir.
He's a super soldier.
There's no way that car flipping knocked his ass out, bro.
There's no way it knocked him out. That's what I'm trying. He didn't get captured. There's no way. He probably went willingly because it was Bucky.
I was just ready to say that because he wants to read it. I was getting ready to say it.
All right, we gotta fucking do this.
No, he did. He had a thing for Bucky. He said, "Oh my god," but he had a whole fucking thing.
Walker fought Bucky with it, and Bucky beat the shit out of him.
I'm not talking about Walker. Walker deserves to get his ass kicked. He's not a real fucking super soldier. He's an off character. Red Guardian's a legit super soldier. Just like Bucky, he just doesn't have a metal.
But no, Walker is a super soldier as well. You got to realize that
he's not as good as the rest of them.
Exactly. The thing is, it's all about experience. Bucky has more experience than Yelena, more experience than Ghost, more experience than Walker. The only person that can probably give him a fucking run for his money is Red Guardian. But he will still whoop Red Guardian's ass.
Yeah,
because he has more missions under his belt than fucking Red Guardian.
He almost ripped out Iron Man's freaking chest piece out.
Okay, yeah, but my thing is, this is not that Winter Soldier. This is fucking Governor fucking Bucky we're talking about. He's not the Winter Soldier.
My man's still with the Winter fucking Soldier, man. He just needs to turn it on.
He's not. He fucking dishwashed his arm. Stop. He's not the same goddamn Bucky.
Have you ever had an arm that you need
He's not
to clean,
the same
sir?
Bucky, bro. He's not. That's not Bucky. That's Governor fucking Bucky. That's not.
But he's not
even doing anything in that.
I think you hate amputees, man. That's what I think.
And I think what was so funny is the first time that we see Bucky when he's walking through with those papers and he's going into the courtroom before they have the hearing with Val, and when they ask him questions and he can barely answer them, and I like that they came back and saying that basically you're just in this position just to be here. You're the face. You're not doing anything. You're just there. I said, well, that's some realism because there's a lot of politicians in real life who are just there. They're just the face.
The thing is that with the whole, see, this is. I don't want to get too fucking. I'm not gonna roast this movie that bad because still waiting on.
No, I really want you to because you're literally the only person I've heard complaints from. So I want to hear it.
The thing is, the thing that really took me out is that I did see a lot of the movie in the trailer. That's the thing that fucking. The only thing that I didn't see, like I said before, is the Stark Tower whole
and Sentry in his suit.
As Sentry is already, I already know that. I already knew what he's going to look like.
Knicks won.
The Knicks closed out
116 to 113.
Woo! Okay, sorry.
I think I said that earlier.
Did you? I just got the alert.
My bad.
No. I was saying that they close out tonight. I said that earlier.
Yeah, you did. Say it earlier. That
is correct.
Very good. Fantastic. They figured out how to close out a series. Great.
But like I said, all Red Guardian wanted to do, but that's what I liked about Red Guardian is that he just wanted to be there. He just wanted to be a part of something. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to be part of something.
The Wheaties box
and be on the Wheaties box.
The Wheaties box was funny to me. I was like, it's me. I was like, you got the 1980s fucking porno stash on going on right now.
That was hysterical.
I was like, okay.
I got a question.
We should. Oh, go ahead.
I got a question. What do y'all think now? Okay, now that we've seen this movie, how do y'all feel about now knowing what the asterisk really means?
I mean, I kind of figured that's where it was going anyway, but I did like so this kind of like leads us into like the post credit scene because I thought it was interesting how they were saying Sam rejects the idea of them being the Avengers and is trying to do the trademark thing, and Red Guardian comes in with the suit with all the freaking brands on it. That shit was hysterical. But I think that'll be going in. Yeah, that whole dynamic's gonna be going into Doomsday of how like they're gonna be like button heads a little bit, but then something's gonna happen and they'll come together. Blah blah blah.
I was thinking my assumption is because Sam rejected it because isn't he supposed to be working with the Young Avengers?
Well, so he said he's gonna build his own Avengers team, like when he at the end of Captain America, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So does this lead to this this Avengers team and then also West Coast Avengers?
So they also I liked that they changed the logo because that's the comic accurate new Avengers logo, isn't it? Like that's the new logo.
You mean you mean Avengers with a Z?
Yeah, Avengers.
I don't know. I want the jumpsuit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Did you see the bitch had fucking like a Tide logo on the side? I was like, yo, we got sponsors now for the Avengers.
I was watching something on the way.
Seal's ass.
I was watching something on the way home, and someone said he looked like Amazing Man from Mystery Men. Do you remember Mystery Men?
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
He showed up with all the logos on his.
That's
what I thought was funny too was like after they revealed it at the end, but right before the credits roll, is I liked how Yelena got the one up on Val when she went up to the podium and whispered in her ear. She says, "We own you now.
We own you now." I love that line.
And the way her face looked, she went from a smile to a oh shit. Kind of look like, damn,
it.
they really just like, oh, they really do. So yeah, you work for us.
And
so
how about oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And also, but when it went off, when I like how it went when it went off, and it was showing like the clippings from the newspaper, and it was like, who are these guys? B Avengers?
Yeah,
who are they? I like that because realistically, many people would ask, who are they? Like who? Like what are they?
Bro, the real John Walker on the Shield cracked me the hell up on like the taco shield, like it was a camel. That shit cracked me up.
Like this movie had the right amount of humor, just the right amount of humor.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? There's levels to the shit. There's like Thor: Love and Thunder, fucking ridiculous, and then there's like toned down. You know what I'm saying? Like certain movies have the right amount of tone down. This one did to me. To be honest.
Yeah, I knew we were gonna get that much of that good humor inside of it. I don't.
I got a question.
I don't know what it was, dude. I don't know if it was just an off day for me. I don't know, but I was just like,
I'm telling you, I had a good time.
I just had a good freaking time. Like,
had a good time.
I did laugh. I did laugh. I did like the fight scene. I did like that stuff. Yeah. But they made to me they really did do street level criminals. So when they first came into the Star Tower, they fought the guys. You got Yelena fighting in the hallway. You got them fighting each other. But when What's-Her-Face, U.S. agent, fucking punched Yelena across the room, she should have been fucking dead. I'm sorry.
When he was holding back. He didn't really want to hurt her. He just, he had to.
Shit, he was there to kill her. They were all killers in that room.
Yeah,
he nothing but killers in that room.
Listen, he couldn't be killed, so he wasn't worried about it. And you could see he was literally like, when he threw her, like, if he really was trying to kill her, bro, like it would have been too easy.
And she took him out. And she took him out with the shock collars too. So it's like.
But you want to know what's so crazy? Even though Bob was like, when we saw first him, he was initially goofy and they was trying to help him get out of it, and they couldn't get through and whatnot. When he left out of it and he took the gun, he started shooting up in the air so they can get away. I said, y'all better put some respect on Bob's name because he didn't have to do that, and he just on impulse did it. And they started shooting at him, and when he got up, I thought he was going to do something right then and there. This guy flew so far up, I thought he was going to go into space for a second. I guess he said, I lost my oxygen just flying up, and he fell right back to the earth and caused that.
No, he didn't have his. He didn't know. He just still didn't know the full effect of his powers. Yeah. He could go into space.
Yeah,
he has no problem going into fucking space. I can tell you that from the comics.
Speaking of going into space, obviously the end of the credit scene was we see the Fantastic Four ship. How do we feel about that?
They are when they said it was something coming into Earth. I said I doubt that it's Doom. Yeah, I said something. I said it's Fantastic Four, and I said they're leaving their universe and coming into the main universe.
So there's a big scene in the Fantastic Four trailer where the ship is leaving that Earth and it looks like it's getting destroyed. Now that could obviously be a fake out, right? Like who the hell knows?
Nah, fuck that. Galactus got to eat. Galactus got to eat. Fuck that.
So the questions become who is exactly on the ship, right? Is it just the Fantastic Four with Franklin and whatever?
I think
Is Doom on the ship?
No.
Is Doom already in our universe?
No.
Did he come here before them?
He's already
does
in our universe.
Does Galactus come behind them and end up somewhere else in our universe? Like Silver Surfer, do we think she's like? There's so many questions and like speculations. I love it.
Okay, go ahead. Chase, go ahead. You were gonna go for it. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So my question about that was because the one thing I didn't really remember, when they first initially took off before they had their powers, was the Four on a rocket ship at that point?
No, the problem this is after they have their powers.
So they're arriving after they got their powers.
Yeah.
Well, this is all what we think, though. We don't know the story of how this.
They're coming. This is what speculation. They're coming to this time zone, to the 616, to get help to fix their fucking planet.
Yeah, that's what. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why they're coming here to see. Okay, if we could get help from here and go back home and help save our fucking planet. But that's when you see in the trailer of the Fantastic Four. We don't know if we can help. We don't know if you can be safe. We don't know yet because they're all in spacesuits, and you already know that they've already been there. They already established Fantastic Four team because they praised them in the whole beginning and thank you Fantastic Four and all that shit.
Yeah. So a couple other things that I noticed too. I completely forgot. I didn't even remember. There was a 14-month time jump. I didn't even see. I was so excited about them being in Avengers Tower. I didn't even see that it said 14 months later. So there's a 14-month time jump after that whole interview to when they're in Avengers Tower.
Yes.
They were also talking about something else happening in space before the Fantastic Four ship was seen. So what was that, right? Are we going through an incursion already? And they haven't said incursion yet because they don't know what it is. That could be happening right now. We don't know.
There's nobody smart enough in this new Avengers team to fucking figure this shit out.
Yo, let me tell you about these incursions.
Exactly. And that's what you get. That's what you get in Fantastic Four, the trailer. You get that I did something, and now they know that we are smart enough to do this. Mm-hmm. So Reed says that. So now this is me. Reed feels so guilty about bringing Galactus to him because his technology jumped up so fast that he needs to come here and try to fix it.
So, now thinking about what Abel's saying in regards to the ship and who's on the ship and this, that, and the other thing, I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say what I think is gonna happen here. So obviously, I think every member of the Fantastic Four and probably one would assume maybe Herbie and Franklin is also on the ship. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the Silver Surfer we see dies. I think the Silver Surfer we see is a one-off. I think that we see her, and then when they come to 616, I think they redo Nor and Rad again.
I think you're getting your Thor send-off, Aaron.
And where? In Fantastic Four? No, in Doomsday?
In Doomsday, yeah.
In Doomsday?
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's that Silver Surfer's father?
Who's that Silver? What? The new one? The one we saw?
Yeah.
Shalabal?
Yeah.
I actually don't know the answer to that
question. I actually don't know the answer to that question.
It's Zeus.
Oh, really?
You're gonna.
I mean, listen. They said they want to give Thor the grandiose send-off in an Avengers movie. So would it surprise me? No. But there's already rumors of a Thor 5, so I don't really know that makes a lot of.
It's gonna. There's.
I wouldn't be surprised if Thor 5 happened in between. And you're going to see and Secret Wars.
And you're going to see a Mephisto in this movie.
You're going to see what? Mephisto?
I don't think so, man.
I don't know.
How you think they stopped that Silver Surfer?
I don't know.
I don't think anything. I mean, Mephisto should have been with Thanos in the Infinity Saga.
Which Silver Surfer?
The female Silver Surfer.
Oh, how are they going to stop her?
Yeah.
I think
not Shalabal, but
I think it doesn't seem like from what we see in the trailer, doesn't it seem like Johnny has connection with her, and that's the fucking.
I really hope we don't get a repeat of the first the original one. Yeah,
Mephisto tricks her and puts her in the fucking gives her to Doom. That's how Doom gets the power cosmic.
Oh. Yeah, you think that's where they're going?
Well, I'm telling you right now, there's no way Doom is not in the Fantastic Four. There's no way
he's in it. He's minimally in a post-credit scene.
Yeah, but I like how in this post-credit scene they literally are setting it up to say, "Look, we're setting this post-credit scene up, so now you have to go see our movie."
You know what I think? I actually think we're gonna see Victor Von Doom in like a random scene before they get their powers, because in the comics, if I'm not correct, right, they all get their powers at the same time. Is that how that works?
He was on the plane. He was on the ship.
He was on the ship, right? So I really think we're gonna see them get their powers, and I think we're gonna see him on the ship, like at the very least.
Doom doesn't want to lose his planet. Everybody gotta realize that Galactus is still a threat to him.
Is RDJ gonna pull this off?
I really think
is RDJ gonna pull off Doom?
I really think he is.
I don't think his acting chops are.
I don't know how you look at him and don't see Iron Man. You have
to remember, like, way back in the day before Iron Man was even a thing, he originally went for Doom. He wanted to play Doom back then.
I'm not knocking the man's acting chops. I'm just saying his what he is in Marvel is Iron Man. So I think that, like, seeing him as an evil version, or like, not an evil version of Iron Man, but evil Doctor Doom, I don't know how it's gonna resonate. I think they're gonna break Marvel fans' hearts. He has to sell the shit out of it.
Go ahead.
I
got a question. Who do you see Chris Evans as more, Human Torch or Captain America?
It's Captain America.
He's Captain America.
Even though when he started out, he was Johnny Storm.
Yeah. But when he came back as Human Torch, we were kind of excited.
I was happy.
Right.
Flame on.
That's what I'm saying, man. That could be that situation for RDJ. But I know
this multiverse and this Doom and this whole thing,
he's gonna kill it.
Is gonna be.
I believe it.
If they go by the comic, it's going to be epic.
Listen, I'll say what I say all the time. I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna watch it.
Let me
tell you something.
I have to go watch it.
If Fantastic Four does not fucking slap, if you give me back Galactus, you see that fucking gigantic purple Timberland we saw in that trailer? I need that motherfucker to slap. I need that shit to slap. I'm telling you right now, if that movie sucks, bro, I might take a little fucking break. I might take a break.
I need both. I need to see. What I hopefully see is a small Galactus and a big Galactus.
Yeah, that's
just
fine.
To give you scale of his power.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. But
I think we're definitely
shows you that.
I think we're going to get that because in the teaser trailer, you see him literally growing over the skyline of New York, like he's in the midst of growing. So I think we're going to get the regular size and, of course, the huge Galactus that a lot of people definitely want to see.
He's going to shrink up and down.
He's just trying to find the best chopped cheese. That's all he's really doing.
Also, let me just add this in. Julia Garner is literally trying to be in her Pedro Pascal bag as far as doing multiple projects, because right after Fantastic Four, like literally the next week, she's going to be in that Weapons movie as the main character in that Weapons movie. So literally, she got two big movies coming out back to back. And then on top of that, when I was looking, because I saw the trailer, and I'm assuming y'all going to react to that trailer.
Probably.
You have three MCU actors in there. You had Julia Garner, the actor who plays Wong, and Josh Brolin. And by the way, in Weapons. And by the way, the role that Josh Brolin is playing, Pedro Pascal was the first person they went to, but he said, "I got too much on my plate. I got to turn it down."
Pedro, these are the two things that I'm concerned about the Fantastic Four. Pedro, if he sells this, it's automatically going to be great. And with his latest acting, I don't put it past him that he's not going to fucking do great in this role. So, and the other thing is the storytelling. Which way are we going? That's the main part.
Yeah. And that was a big drop that they did in the trailer, revealing that Sue was pregnant. I mean, we all know who she's pregnant with.
I told you that teaser trailer came out and she was walking like this.
And the thing is, I didn't notice that until you said it, and I had to go back and look at it. I said she is walking with a kind of a waddle, like a pregnant waddle. And then I looked at it.
For the hotheads, pick up that comic book with what's Reed Richards' son? Fuck, I forget.
Franklin.
Jesus
Pick up the
Christ.
comic book with Franklin holding a galaxy under the covers.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna see
Chris,
something like that.
You're gonna get that in the book. You're gonna get
Yeah,
that.
I think so.
And you know what's so crazy? I was
I
going around
guarantee
and
you
I was looking at like videos of people who do like comic breakdowns, and I was looking at people who talked about Franklin Richards, and I'm just sitting there saying to myself, I'm like in a daze and a doozy just listening to this dude's power scale. It's like, my God, like when they say OP, they literally
beyond
mean
OP. Dude,
Torian,
did you see at one point, I think it was in Secret Wars, where like he had control over Galactus and was like using Galactus for his bidding type of thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Matter of fact, you brought
Not
it
a
back
game.
from the dead.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I'm like, oh my God.
Dude.
I said he's going to be their powder keg.
And no, he's still low in Marvel Universe. Literally, he is low.
Wait a minute, I got a question. Is he in Marvel Rivals?
Not yet.
Not yet, but I'm sure it'll happen.
You can't put him in there. No, you talk about, okay, game's over.
Pretty much.
Nobody in Marvel Rivals. Dude,
I'm just
nobody in Marvel Rivals because you got Scarlet Witch, and
I'm just trying to figure out how
she doesn't have the black hole. So
I'm just trying to figure out like how in the world was he able to get a power skill that big? Because it's not like there haven't been mutants or characters with abilities who procreated with each other and had children, and they've never been that OP. But it's just something about him.
Because there's, what else are you supposed to do in comic books? You have to scale at some point. You have to keep going up. Otherwise, there's no, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no like there's no other way. I say it all the time. If you look at the latest version of Thor in Marvel Comics, he's got the Odin Force. He's got like fucking 4 different fucking power levels, right? He took the power of Galactus. He has the Odin Force. He has like every fucking power under the.
He had the Iron Fist. He had the Iron Fist.
The Iron. Power. I'm like, bro, you can't scale him anymore. What are you doing to him?
One thing I forgot to mention with the movie is shout out to whoever did the intro, the Marvel intro. You saw what they did.
With
the void took over, and then the music kind of gets drowned out as the void covers the logo. I thought that was good.
Yeah,
and this, what I did like is all the whole scene of him beating himself and beating the void. I was like, okay, I could dig that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what took me out again is the fucking hug. I don't know what it was, bro. It's just that
when the hug came up, I said somebody is going to be.
I actually thought that shit was like really like heartfelt. I thought it was heart. It was like sending a message, man. Like, you're not alone.
It was signifying that Bob was a fucking drug addict loser who didn't have anybody, and now he has friends.
Especially the part when
your lady should have popped him on the back of the fucking head. It would have ended the whole fucking movie.
I think you need a hug, man. I think that's what's going on.
And I like the fact when
you try to hug me, I'm gonna put you in the fucking.
I like
see exactly. You're deflecting. You're angry. You want to hug.
And also too, this goes back to me for how I like the storytelling was how like when they went into the void and how Yelena met up with him in what looked to be like an attic, a room or something like that. And he was like, this is the only safe room in the house. And then you look down and he's being abused. So basically showing every other room in the house that he lived in, he was always being abused except for that room that he was in. That was that room was his only safe space.
Very true.
Sometimes hit hard.
Let me get some comments here really quick. When Sentry was fighting them in Stark Tower, that was dope. That fight scene was
that's a highlight. That's definitely a highlight.
That fight scene was crazy. Highlight, laughing faces. My wife was shocked Taskmaster died that fast. She kept saying, but she is on the poster.
Yeah,
I knew her ass was dead that fast because she did none of the media. She didn't show up to the fucking red carpet premiere.
She was big mad.
She was pissed.
Yeah.
She got retconned, bro. Call it what it is. She got retconned out of Marvel. Like that happens. Unfortunately, your character. Like I hate to say it this way because I'm not trying to be a dick when I say it. Character didn't land.
Yes, you are.
It didn't fucking land, and she got retconned. Life happens.
I'll be a dick. They should have never done Taskmaster that way. I don't give a fuck.
Whatever. I'm kind of over having that conversation.
Listen, man, it was a necessary evil that made that. Listen,
and I was mad.
And let's not forget. We're in another multiverse. So in another multiverse, anything can happen.
They can still do that.
It was a necessary sacrifice to move the story forward.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. When she caught it in the head, I was like, oh.
I was shocked. I was actually shocked.
I was actually also shocked that it was
Ghost. It was
That was not the Ghost that did it.
I was sitting there like, Ghost?
Ghost is one of the most strongest people there. She could have phased. She could have
Ghost
phased and
does
grabbed her
not get
spine
enough-
or her heart.
Ghost has not gotten enough credit throughout her whole little run.
I like the fact that
I
really like Ghost.
I like the fact that they nerfed her with the sound thing so she couldn't phase.
Yeah,
it was the only way you could stop her. It's the only way you could really stop her from doing her thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same Sonic from Captain America. It's the same.
It's the
Sonic.
same. Yeah, and also it's the same Sonic that they use for Incredible Hulk too.
Incredible Hulk too.
Yep,
Yeah,
nice.
true.
I don't know about you, but I was getting kind of scared for Valentina's assistant because she
I
kept
thought she was
talking.
dead.
Because every turn that she was on the phone with Bucky, I'm afraid that when she turned around, Val was gonna be right there listening.
Yeah, she was kind of cute though, right?
No, I think Val already knew though. That's when she got off the phone.
You're talking about loyalty. Yeah, she was
like, what did you think this job was going to be? She already knew what was going on.
And then the Stark Tower scene. Hey, she's talking to Bucky. Hey, you're kind of cute, but I'm like, what?
I mean, I thought she was very attractive.
No, not the assistant, the lady, the main bitch.
Val.
Yeah, that chick.
Hey, listen, Bucky got riz because remember, he was already flirting with Sam's sister in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You had the agent in Brave New World flirting with him, and she said she didn't care that this man was like 90-something years old. She was like, he can still get it. And now you got Val saying he's handsome.
Bucky over 100.
Hey, bro, why do you think Bucky was washing that arm, bro?
And the thing is, in every iteration, they were telling each of them how old he was, and they didn't care.
Engaged.
Yeah, you never know who she might have to reach out and touch with. Like
we need more fight scenes in comic films or shows. Period. Yes, I agree with you, but I think it depends on the movie. Like this one had the right amount of fight scenes for me. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't mad that it didn't have more fight scenes. I thought they were fine for what they did.
The fight scenes weren't bad. It's weird because they edited the movie greatly, but for me, for some reason, the movie did not climax. I feel like there wasn't a point where something really happened that kind of made the movie
that you didn't see. That's the thing that I didn't see, because that's the fucking thing.
Know.
If they would have saved, okay, tell me if you would have went into this movie and you didn't see the Void at all in the trailers.
Tell me if you would have went to Captain America and didn't see Red Hulk in the trailers.
I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't need to see Red Hulk in the trailers either.
Here's the real fucked up thing to me.
It's the same thing with every movie.
So first off, I can get what you're saying in regards to like there actually being a quote unquote climax, but like to me, one of the most fucked up parts of this movie is that literally when you go to the Void, it makes you watch your worst. Like it's like the worst nightmare you can think of. Yeah. It's you watching your worst things that have happened in your life on fucking repeat. Like I can't imagine for like that. The thought of that, I'm like, that actually fucking sucks. Like to think about. Like,
and then on top of that, before the Void even became a thing, all Bob had to do was just touch you and rub your hand, and
that was crazy.
He almost made John Walker fall down that shaft that they just spent all that time climbing up because he didn't know where he was going. They had to stop him. They was like, John, where are you going? And he had to catch himself because he almost fell down that shaft because he didn't know he was in that, but he didn't know he was in the Void.
His dumb ass should have fell down the shaft. This motherfucker tried to jump up it. Motherfucker, did you see the top of that? No. Why the fuck are you trying to jump that fucking high? It fall on your back.
It was so funny when they was climbing up the shaft and they looked up there and I was laughing because like, yeah, y'all got a few more moves to climb to get up there. I could only imagine how intense their legs felt and their back and their core felt climbing up that shaft.
Taskmaster lasted less than black people in horror films. It's crazy. I mean, like, you're not wrong.
It's so true.
You're not wrong.
Right.
This movie was dark, but it was dope. If it didn't feel like a normal Marvel film.
Wait, you liking a Marvel film? Fredo?
He likes Marvel films, dude. What are you talking about?
You liking a Marvel film?
He said, "Who was my favorite character in the whole thing?"
Red Guardian was incredible. Harvey just freaking carries, man.
I like Ghost. I thought Ghost. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I thought Ghost did what she had to do the whole time. Like honestly,
I think this was a big redemption for her because in Ant-Man and the Wasp, she really didn't land for me.
Yeah.
But in this movie, she can tell she honed her powers better. She knew what she was doing.
Listen, I thought Pullman did a great job as Sentry, Bob, and I liked everything he did.
Good.
I did.
It was good. I said this to Abel on the way out of the theater. If they would have stuck with their original idea of Sentry being Steven Yeun, that wouldn't have landed. It wouldn't have landed.
That would have been so bad.
That shit wouldn't have landed, bro. I'm telling you, that wouldn't have landed.
You probably wouldn't have seen that. You probably wouldn't have seen the movie.
No, I would have seen the movie. And then I would have been like, Sentry, you heard it here first.
That's gotta be racist.
It's
extra rich at the Thunderbolt movie.
Red Guardian was only comedic relief, which was dope.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
Which I'm fine with.
That Bucky motorcycle scene gave me Steve Rogers cap vibes for some reason. It was literally straight out of Winter Soldier. 100%.
No, that gave me fucking Wolverine origins when he took down
the motorcycle. Oh, the chopper scene. What you're saying? Yeah, kind of. I don't know. Something about a motorcycle scene in Marvel just kind of hits. You know what I mean? Like they kind of.
They've been doing it for for fucking ages now.
Yeah. Torian is right. I thought about Terminator 2 when I saw that.
Dude,
scene.
when he did the circle with the shotgun.
With the shotgun. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had the sunglasses on too.
He had the glasses on and the leather jacket.
Yep.
Walker fought Bucky before. They fought on Disney Plus. John Walker could hold his own against Bucky and Falcon, and Red Guardian couldn't even punch Taskmaster.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
John Walker was holding his own against
Bucky and Falcon, and Red Guardian couldn't even punch Taskmaster.
No, but Bucky ended up putting him down.
Yeah.
I think he did, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And then Fatal J said it goes Steve, Bucky, Walker, then Guardian in terms of strength. Yeah, I guess I agree with you. I don't know if Walker is stronger than Guardian. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, that one.
I don't know between the two of them. I would assume it would be Steve and Bucky though before the two of them. Honestly,
I got a question. Uber or the Red Guardian limo service?
Oh, it's a Red Guardian limo.
Red Guardian limo service.
I got smoke, pony, and lights. What
Pony? I get to play Pony in the back? I'm down, bro. What are you talking about?
We riding all day. All day.
Bucky fought Black Panther and Iron Man and held his own.
What?
He did it in Civil War. He fought.
No, wait. Bucky held his own against Black Panther in Civil War.
He fought him during Civil War.
Yeah,
did he run away? Did he run away?
He was running away. Was that Civil War?
Yeah, it was Civil War because he was on the run.
Yeah, did he fight him when he had his suit on?
When he had his suit on, Black Panther caught up to him and
no. It was a scene where they were fighting in
the office. He didn't have his suit on,
and Black Panther didn't have his suit on.
And he was the only one.
He was the only one out of everybody that was there that actually was able to like put hands on him and kick. Remember, he kicked him hard in the chest and he flew over the banister.
And that's why he started running.
That herb is something else.
Actually, Guardian is right after Bucky or before him. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think Guardian and Walker is debatable. Fatal gave this movie a 7 out of 10.
It's a good.
Solid. All right. I'm not gonna argue with you on it.
Fucking.
I still don't think they will all be the final Avengers. Well, Sam said no, so
yeah. So I guess Captain America has spoken.
The real Cap spoken, yeah. Because his shield wouldn't get bent like a fucking taco.
Yo, son, that's crazy. that was so crazy, bro.
Are you saying that he would have fought Sentry and anything would have been differently?
Who?
Captain America, Sam.
Nah, he'd have got his.
He still got his ass whooped. Come on now.
He would have got his wings.
His wings would have not gotten folded. And
whatever.
Neither would his shield. So
his shield wouldn't have got folded.
No, because
it's vibranium, bro.
No, because technically, if that was the case, Bucky's arm would have got bent, and it didn't.
Okay.
Well, not that we care. Not that it really matters or anything like that. But I just have to look up what it says on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Currently, Thunderbolts has a 89 with the critics 89. And a 95 with the audience.
Fantastic.
The audience is the only one that matters. Fuck the
Fatal's more of an MCU fan than Leo is crazy. That's definitely not true. Where was Doom?
We were never getting my check yet.
He was non-existent.
This is why as soon as that check clears, I won't be all this bitches. It'll be a 9.5.
So they just gonna throw Doom at us without any build-up.
It's so true, man.
Correct. They are. Fantastic Four is your build-up. Good luck. Hope you enjoy it.
They're gonna hope that
you got him in Moon Knight. There you go. You got to see his castle.
They're gonna hope that seeing Doom in past Fantastic Four movies is enough for you to understand who he is.
They know that people going to see the goddamn movie know who Dr. Doom is.
If you don't know, if you're a comic book head and you're a comic book person and you don't know who fucking Dr. Doom is,
but
you just go take a fucking flight.
Think about the casual fans who's bringing their kids. Who, like,
listen to me.
I can't stand the casual fans.
You can say fuck them, but like Disney ain't saying fuck them.
Bro, listen to me.
They're making the money without the casual fans.
People know who Dr. Doom is, dog. He's not as.
How many of those casual fans went to go see the Marvels?
Dr. Doom,
not a lot, obviously, because a lot of people didn't like it.
I'm not gonna lie.
But how many casual fans went to go see the 3 shitty fucking Fantastic Four movies that came before that?
More than the Marvels.
Exactly. So what's the point about the casual fans?
Fantastic Four, do you think
that's the point I'm making is that they're gonna depend on the fact that you know who
the casual fans already know about them. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. Marvel, nobody knew about. Nobody knew about Captain Photon. Everybody hated Miss Marvel. Everybody hated fucking Captain Marvel. So of course it's gonna get fucking shitty ratings or shitty. We're gonna get shitty review of shitty show up.
I do think with a character like Dr. Doom, I think that name is synonymous enough to get you people there. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Doom is. If you think of Marvel, like one of the people you think of in terms of villains is Dr. Doom. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're any type of even casual fan, you think of Dr. Doom.
People know who Dr. Doom is.
Yeah,
you can go into any toy store and find Dr. Doom figures on the shelves for decades. So he's not an unpopular character.
He's the same age as the Fantastic Four.
I would say there's only certain characters you couldn't get, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying though. Like I think it's character based. So like if you're a casual fan, you know who like Magneto is. You know who Dr. Doom is. At this point, like you know who Thanos is. You know who, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just know certain people. I don't know, but I think like the reason why they had to do Kang the way they did is because not a lot of people really knew Kang outside of you know what I'm saying? Like
Kang was different.
Kang was different. You had to explain who the fuck he was and what he did. Dr. Doom, you're like, oh, that's the fucked up dude that wears green with the mask. Oh, he's
same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Dude walking around with that fucked up hoodie and shit. That's that guy.
He's got Black Air Force energy and shit.
I got a question. And I got a question. I doubt they'll do this, but do you think they'll throw a cameo in there with one or a couple of the original actors from the original Fantastic Four that came out in the early 2000s?
No. Yeah, I think they're gonna do Council of Reeds, and you'll see that guy.
Secret Wars.
Yeah, Secret Wars. You see
Secret Wars, I think.
And Battle World, you probably see him.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did a payoff to Council of Reeds at some point and had a couple of different reads.
I wish
that wouldn't surprise
me. My prediction is that one of the post-credit scenes we're gonna see the Council of Reeds.
That'd be dope. I'm down to see that.
They did it with Kang, so I mean, why wouldn't they do it with Reed?
Yeah.
I think it would make sense. That's
it would fucking pay off really great.
Yeah, it would pay off well, honestly.
I think we find out that Pedro was working with the Council of Reeds to make the bridge to get to another universe. I think that's what we're gonna figure out.
Could be a thing. I agree. Bob was flexing when he did the Red Guardian like a yo-yo in the air.
That shit was crazy.
My man said.
And that's one thing too. Like they kind of showed that part in the trailer, but the thing is the way it was cut. I thought he was about. I thought he was going to throw him out there like all the way like across the city. I didn't realize he was going to hold him and then bring him back in.
Dude, he held him there for a second and said, come back."
That's fine. I don't want to kill you, but
he should have dropped his ass. That's the one person he could have dropped. You know why?
Why?
Because he wasn't there to save him in the beginning. He didn't really know.
He didn't really know who he was.
He could have just said, "Floop, consequences." Poof. Great fucking movie.
Doctor Strange knows about incursions. And 2-minute warning. It's been a minute. Hello, nice to see you.
What's up, man? He definitely does. I think he's the only one in 616 that really knows about the incursions right now. Technically,
Doctor
Strange. Yeah.
He's the only one I've seen mention him like in his movie. Like you never really heard them talk about. Did they talk about incursions anywhere else outside of that?
Nowhere else.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, only Loki.
Yeah.
No, Loki didn't even really get into the incursions though.
Loki
That was more just about the timelines.
The timelines of different branches.
Yeah.
And the incursions were fucking up their timeline.
Yeah, that's the incursion.
But they didn't acknowledge that as an incursion. They acknowledged it as a branch.
Anomaly branch, yeah.
It's tomato.
Hemsworth wants a Thor 5. Hemsworth's
so Taika Waititi.
Stop. He's definitely getting a 5th movie. He has to. Could they bring in Nathaniel Richards? That's Reed's dad. Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah. But you want to know what's up? And this is why I'm so mad about the whole Kang thing, because that's why I'm so mad about the whole Kang thing, because Kang is Reed is a descendant of Kang. That connection, right? The connection was right there.
Torian, the casual fans. We gotta worry about the fucking.
I said, well, see. Here's the thing with me.
Motherfuckers that don't
I'm on the border. I'm on the border of casual and hardcore.
But Torian, you do your research.
I like that. I'm like right there in between. Yeah, I do. You're right. I do my research. If it's something I want to know, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, exactly. Casual fans don't do that shit. Casual fans will sit here and argue that fucking Batman solos the whole everybody.
50-50 about RDJ pulling this off. That's where I'm
He's
at
gonna do
right
it.
now too.
That's
where I'm at right now too. I hope so. I'm not gonna doubt RDJ, but that's kind of where I'm at.
You want to know what's another thing? The reason why they got RDJ in there is because when he was Iron Man, he was just RDJ. But now that they're bringing him back as Doom, he's Academy Award winner, Robert Downey Jr. True. I'm telling you, labels mean something.
Yeah.
You know how many MCU movies mention Cap? He's not even in them. Cap is the most honored hero in the MCU. He is the standard. Oh, in terms of like a super soldier. Yeah, I mean, of course, he's Captain America.
I'm laughing because of what Polar just.
What did Polar just say? Batman versus Sentry. Who y'all got? Batman with prep time. Honestly,
Batman all day.
Batman with prep time, bro.
Batman all day, bro.
He's got
and not just any Batman. Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Robert Pattinson's Batman specifically, actually.
He's gonna kill him with vengeance.
That's what I was waiting for in this movie. I was waiting for his long hair Sentry to go.
Stop. Also, I take it Black Panther will not show up in this Fantastic Four. Nope.
Nah.
Nope.
It would be nice, but I'm not holding my breath.
It's gonna be a Secret Wars.
Fantastic Four doesn't want to get their ass whooped in the first movie they come out tomorrow.
The next time you see a Black Panther, it's not gonna be until freaking. Well, you're gonna see Shuri.
Well, technically
Doomsday.
Shuri.
You're gonna see Shuri and Doomsday, but you're not seeing the Black Panther you're talking about until Secret Wars minimally at this point.
She's training T'Challa's son.
She's training T'Challa's son at this moment in time. That's what I'm thinking.
Because he is an intricate part to Secret Wars.
Yes,
it should be if it's done correctly.
Yeah, this is the MCU we're talking about.
Black Panther could still show up in costume and not take the mask off. I don't know.
He'd have to be in a completely different universe. It'd be a completely different.
Yeah, but now the multiverse is open. So, like, what's the difference? You got people popping in from different places. It's the difference. There's no, don't make me come back, Leo. Actually, Isaiah Bradley is the strongest super soldier in my opinion, but oh well.
And that was my issue. That was my one issue with Weird New World was them not allowing him to fight alongside Sam Wilson when he was fighting Red Hawk.
Listen to me.
Listen to me. Robbed at that moment.
Listen to me.
Yes, it was.
We made our quota.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I mean,
take what we can get. Just keep it fucking moving. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right. That's all the comments that we got. I guess that's an episode.
Yeah, I guess that is an episode.
Oh
God, ladies and
leave your comments for Thunderbolts.
Let us know what you thought about
not the Thunderbolts, not the Thunderbolts, the new Avengers.
The new Avengers.
The
new Avengers.
With a Z.
With a Z.
God. All right. From we are the Mancave101 Podcast. For myself, Big Chase, Aaron, Leo, and Torian. Tell them where to find you.
You can follow me right on here, Torian Rain Reloaded. I'm also on Twitter, again, cutting up, Torian Rain Reloaded, and also on Instagram, Torian_Rain. My review for Thunderbolts will be going up tomorrow at 10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, did y'all peep at the end when they said the new Avengers and Bob will return.
And Bob,
who now does the dishes.
Bob's doing dishes. and laundry.
See? Another fucking thing that pissed me off. I can't be Sentry. I'm over here reading fucking Dr. Seuss book.
Well, yeah, he doesn't want to let his demons out, Leo.
Yeah,
he already knows what'll happen if he goes.
Before we go, doesn't that sound very similar to a different Marvel character? I don't want to bring out the green guy. He's scary. Sounds like another Marvel character to me that we've already seen.
I can't get green anymore.
Don't make me put on the white beater and pull out the marijuana.
Hell yeah, that's the one I want.
That's the one I want. Give me that guy.
But as always, guys, this is the Mancave101 podcast, live every Thursday, giving you all of your nerdy needs throughout the week. Like, comment, and subscribe. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, maybe Kick and Rumble. I never know the answer to that last question. Again, live every Thursday. All of your stuff throughout the week. We will see you guys on the next one. Thank you all for hanging out. Take care and have a great night. Thunderbolts!
Give me the Wheaties.
Pull up to the Mancave. 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 Pull up to the Mancave.